So you wanna go to war with me? You're talking like you think you're royalty. You think that I'm afraid, but I don't break. I heard you question my stability. You think I'll fall just like a guillotine, but I am here to stay. Won't look away. The storm is coming, so you better start running. No, you can't control, feel it in my bones. I'm coming for the, coming for the. I'm coming for the throne. Coming for the throne. So you wanna be my enemy? You should've known I'd never kiss the rain. Ice runs in my veins, won't play it safe. I don't belong with your nobility. Who died and made you king of anything? You think that I'm insane? It's your mistake. Kingdoms rise and fall. I've come to take it all. I'll take it. I've come to take it. Kingdoms rise and fall. I've come to take it all. So you better start running. No, you can't control, feel it in my bones. I'm coming for the, coming for the. I'm coming for the throne. For the throne.
end of the season wrap up and award show. The link is pinned to the top of the chat if you want to join the show. Just click that link right there. Go ahead and join on in. We're going to be doing some awards today, talking with the chat people, doing all kinds of different fun stuff. Just hanging out and chit-chatting. New member in the house, Wayne Bonner, become a YouTube member. That's right. If you want to become a YouTube member, go ahead and hit that. The new tier is live. The Levy level is live. So if you want to join that level, it's just 99 cents a month. Be a part of all of the members only shows that we do this summer, the special member only shows. Make it affordable for everybody. If you are a Patreon member, don't worry. We will be posting the link to those shows over on patreon.com as well. No need to do both, but if you want to, we're not going to stop you. Thank you very much for all the folks. Mark Swift with a big 20-pound super chat right off the bat says, great job you do on here. Big up. No, big up yourself, Mark Swift. You're always on it. You're always asking me, are you doing a show tonight? You're always here in the chat. Always all that good stuff. Going on late for you guys over there. I appreciate all of the support over the past year. Channel's been around a year and 2 months, and it's been a fun time. There's been some ups, there's been some downs, but we've gone through them together, and I appreciate you guys all the time. But we've also got a lot of cool stuff planned for the summer. A lot of changes coming to the channel at some point in the summer. So make sure you do hit that subscribe button, smash that like button if you're watching the show right now, so that you're notified about all of these changes. We're going to be adding a lot of content. A lot of new shows are going to be coming to this channel here. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Right? Also, too, for all the people who support the channel, we got Wayne Bonner over there. We got just over there to Williams Celts. But he's back. Patreon members, Mama Coates, Wayne Bonner, Tony Go, Gogoma, Alex Brown, Bossper TV, John N, William Wilkinson, Sai Says, Danny Kiriako, Tony Go, Dave Jones, Tom Tantrum Gold, John Langford, Matthew THFC Collins, Kieran McDonald, Chapster 30, David Eunice, Scott M, Matt Hayes, Tottenham Blog, AMZO, Dazzle Hotspur, and Aaron Dubb. So make sure if you want to join this illustrious crew of folks, join that membership right now, which are only 99 cents. If you're not a member yet, let's try to get 5 members on the show tonight. Let's try to get 5 members on this show tonight. But let's start bringing in the guests, reminding you that if you do want to join the show, the link is pinned to the top. Just click it and join, baby. Just click it and join, and we will get you on here. Tonight's our award show. We'll be doing, we've got 8 different awards. We may mix them up as we go along, and put in polls in for the audience so they can vote there live, as well as announcing our FPL winners. So if you're an FPL player, make sure you stay tuned to that. And remember, top 4 won prizes, but you got to contact me. You got to DM me on you can DM me on Instagram too. Instagram or Twitter, Facebook, any of those places where we're at. TikTok, whatever you like to do, we're there. Make sure send me a message if you're in the top 4. If you're in the top 4, you know who you are. We're going to be announcing that later tonight, but make sure that you let me know, because if you don't let me know, I can't help you get set up with your prize. But let's see here. Who do we want to bring in first? I know who we want to bring in first. We want to bring in my man, my friend from the Canadias via the motherland of England. You know him. I love him. Brian from Tottenham on tour.
How you doing, Will?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. It's like I'm back in England right now, because I am on a curfew. Ilana's watching a black and white movie. I'm here chilling in our bedroom before we wake up early to go to Niagara. So when she says she's going to bed, is kind of when I'm off.
Sounds good, my friend.
I told her to take her time.
Take
her time. Sit back and relax the movie so I can spend some time with my friends here. So all good.
Watch it twice, Elena. Watch it twice.
Exactly.
So, we got one more guest in the back. If you're watching the show, there's like 50 of you watching already. Make sure you click that link and come on. This is the show to come on, especially if it's your first time coming on a show. We'll be nice to you. This show, there's not going to be any hot debates that I can expect, because it's kind of like a season wrap up. We talk about players. We're going to go through like a player rating for each player. We got the awards, the THFCRants season in review awards. So join the show if you want to join the show. It'll be a good time. But we do have one more guest in the back, and he likes certain things, one thing in particular, and just happens to be steak. What's up, steak? We can't hear you, steak.
I have to say, I have just warmed down a massive ribeye steak, so
I had a Chipotle burrito. Do they have Chipotle in Canada?
Yeah.
Good
Yeah,
deal.
but you know what? Mexican food, I don't know why, because I love spice, I love everything. Ilana loves it. It's the one food that I don't really enjoy. I don't mind it once every so often, but Mexican, don't get me wrong, it's my wife loves it. So when she wants it, we have it. But it's it wouldn't be, if I had to choose 5 foods that I could eat right now, Mexican would never come in it.
I love Mexican food, man. For me, it's probably number 2. So at our house, obviously Korean food is number 1. And then the Mexican food for me is number 2. Like growing up, like the family ever went out to a restaurant, and even now, whenever I end up going home, it's something that we always do. But we do have Steak is back. Hopefully, you got his mic fixed.
Hello.
We got it. We can hear you.
Yeah, and steak as always.
Steak as always.
Enough
Well,
said.
Enough said. But we'll bring in the next guy. It's not his first time on the show, but he's not a guest that comes on often. But we are glad that he's here. Just so happens that rhymes with his name, which is Emile. Welcome to Tottenham THFCRants. How you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing very well, Will. How's everything going?
It's going well.
Actually.
Very
well. We'll keep it in English today, Daigle.
Yeah, because my Hebrew is very limited. So you're going around, I'll be like, huh? So we got the nice, mate. It's good to see you, brother.
Good to see you too. And I'm very, very excited because Spurs are making their way out to Haifa July 30th. So I'll definitely be heading over to see them play Roma.
High-Tech Cup playing Roma.
Ben and Simeon Ashley have already booked their tickets.
Oh, really?
They're coming out. They're going out. And I was saying it's Israel's probably the safest place for that, because the IDF will be there to protect Levy from Jose. But yeah,
that's a good point. That's a good point.
I wish I could get out there. I wish, but it's just going to be too much. It's too quick.
Next time, Brian.
Of course, man. As soon as I'm coming back home, I'll let you know.
So I've heard that a lot of people are heading out to Korea too. There's like people have actually messaged me and asked me if I'm able to go so I can translate for them.
Wow.
I can't, unfortunately. My wife will be there, so someone's got to watch the kids. But we do have a special guest. He's actually a winner for one of our awards this evening. Everybody in the audience, the fact that he won actually kind of surprised me. No offense, but we got him here. You know him, you love him. He just got done wankety wanking over there on his channel. Bob Spur TV's in the house. Big up to the Bob Spur.
Big up, big up, big up, big up, Amir. Nice to be on the show with you, mate.
Nice to see you, Bobby. Nice to see you, mate. Nice to see you.
We'll turn down that casually racist music.
Yeah, casual racist music there, as always. Alex, big up, mate.
Yeah.
Will, big up. Brian.
Mate, feeling's the same. Feeling is very, very much reciprocated.
I was gonna say Brian doesn't like to big up because you know he likes.
Oh well, mate, listen. I need to address this now. I spoke to Bob about this now. Obviously, Bob and I have our banter, and it's all good. So when people see us going, it's just banter. But do you know what? I saw you in the comments, Will. I saw you saying what you said.
What did I say?
Mate, I saw you. Don't.
I don't remember.
But
Sure, I said something.
the worst thing about this is Bob started this way before he got ill, and he knows what I'm about to say because I said it to him a million times. And the whole time when he was in the coma, one of the things that honestly went through my head was when he comes round, because I had the faith, and obviously he did, is he going to remember it? I was like, please forget it, please forget it. And then he came round, obviously, I was giving the updates left, right, and centre. The first thing he said to me on a stream, in a comment, was that, Bright, is that you still into your dwarf porn? I was like, for fuck's sake, you remembered. And now it's just it's
as Will casually glances over to make sure 10 minutes is passed.
yeah. I'll take that as well.
It's getting out of hand, but it's all fun and banter. It's all fun and banter.
I didn't even mention. I don't think I mentioned dwarf and porn though.
No, you just mentioned heights of people.
Was on Tommy's stream where Tommy's like, Brian, it was being serious. It's cool, man. It's 2022. You know what I mean? You can do these things. You can like these things. You know. And Brian's like, no, it's not real. It's not real. It's just making it worse. Yeah,
no. But the worst thing is, Tommy then says, "Well, all the shit gets taken out on him for all of his dog stuff." But I said, "But you said it.
Yeah,
it wasn't made up by someone." Oh, mate, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. I've got to give it to you. But like I said, I'll be home soon, and revenge is going to be sweet.
It's all good, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Well, let's say hello to the people in the chat. Let's see who's over in here saying hey to us. Let's follow. We got True Blue 849. He's an American guy, I think, if I remember correctly. We've also got Philly in the house. I believe he's an American as well. Liverpool did lose.
Yeah.
Final. Even though I thought they probably were the best on the day. We got all that, but we also got Goguma. People have a hard time pronouncing your name. I don't know why. It's fairly simple. Goguma.
Steak.
And, it's actually sweet potato. It's not steak. You could have a Goguma with your steak. And she's here. Says, welcome, everybody. We got Alexander Hilton here. I wonder who that is.
Yeah.
I wonder what he has to say as well.
Amir was here as well. I wonder that's that guy down there. And who else we got here? We got Ishak. He's always in the chat. Thank you, Ishak, for always joining the shows. Big up to yourself for always being a part of the stream. And who else has joined us? Ron Vinyak. I hope I pronounced your last name right. I think that's right. Vinayak. So it's official. Levy's back in Conte. Bastogne on the way. I do hope so.
We all hope so, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Do hope so. Who else is here in the chat? We got Agent Colson's in the house. And the man of many names.
I cannot wait to see this dude.
To be honest with you, I've known him by so many other names that for the longest time I had no idea who that was in the chat. Who's that? We got Jagjit Rawat.
Yes.
I butchered that. And he says, love your stats. Well, I love that you love my stats because there's not many that do. Bobby K is also here with us tonight. Big up Bob K. Scott M. I think Scott M won an award tonight. I don't know if Scott M won an award tonight.
I'm trying to think.
Because there's two different sources. But who else we got? We got Mr. DP. He was over there from the Bob shows. The first time when you come from Bobspur, you're supposed to say "piss off, Raid."
Yeah, what's going on?
Can't follow instructions, Mr. DP. Who else is in the chat tonight? We got Drake, box fan. Welcome to the show. And of course, Brian Daigle. Brian Daigle's here.
Yeah, that's me trying to say LOL to Nick, but I screwed it up about 4 times.
Lip.
Now, I don't know what LPP is.
Is that how they spell it in Munchkin Link?
Oh, wait a minute. I've just worked out an abbreviation. That could be that. It's not done me any favors.
Is that how they spell LOL in Munchkin Link?
No, but that could stand for little people porn. So kind of dug myself a hole.
Alan Sibley's in the
Big
chat as well.
Thank you very much.
Big up, pal.
Yes, Alan 10-inch.
Yes.
10-inch Sibley. My apologies to your missus. That's got to be painful. Yeah, Paul Anderson is also in the house. Island Life as well. Welcome, Island Life. He's always in the chat. He's always makes the shows. Big yourself up, Island Life. But before we get into the awards, thoughts so far. Semi-briefly. I mean, we can go within 20-30 minutes or so. But on the transfer business thus far, Mr. Brian Daigle. We've signed two.
Yeah. So you know what? I was very, very anti the Fraser Forster one. I'll break it. I just didn't get it. I know we need another keeper because Galini's going back. And I just didn't think he was the right one. But when you look at it with this windfall and battle war chest we have, it's a keeper that can come in as backup, Premiership experience, ready. The Perisic one is a stroke of genius by Conte and Paratici. And the reason I say that is, yeah, the other one, Kostic, may have been the better one, but do you know what? I've said for many a season, even before YouTube, I'd love us to sign some 33-year-olds or 32, like this kind of age, that have got kind of the experience, the knowledge, and both domestically and internationally, that will just come in and just show the way. So what if it's a quick fix? You've got someone like Ryan Sessegnon that could learn from him. You've got other players that will just pick up on stuff he's doing. And I think this is a phenomenal signing. The fact that 2 have come out this week, or supposedly going to be signed, sealed, delivered this week, shows we're moving quickly. Yes, they're two free transfers, and we can't. I've said as well, the one where I will really, really start to think, okay, you're trying to change a corner, is if Bastoni comes in quick. If Bastoni is in within the next couple of weeks, it's like, wow, that is Conte's number 1 target. He wanted him. We've got him. I saw someone in the comments say, how do I feel now because of this windfall? And as I've said on many a time, he's going to need to do this for 5 seasons straight. Whether it's Conte or not, to continually back a manager and make funds available and get the players the manager wants for me to even consider changing my stance. But right here, right now, as we stand, these are 2 very welcomed additions and can only benefit the squad. So you've got to be happy with that.
Yeah, I mean, and True Blue makes a good point. He says Modric is 36, almost 37.
Exactly.
He's been playing just fine.
Mate, these Croatians, seriously, I'm not. These Croatians are like
a hard group.
Like, they must do, Alex. They must do. But they do play for a very, very long time. Look at people like Davor Suka back in the day, and I think Mandzukic, or whatever you pronounce his name, was Croatian as well. How do you pronounce his name? I'm sure Mandzukic.
At the end of it.
Yeah, Mandzukic.
These Croatians, they have it in their genes, or they train, whatever they do. and they go the distance. So I think he's going to be a great signing. Great signing.
Yeah, I agree with you. Steak?
Couldn't really care about the Foster deal. The Perisic is a winner. Won the Champions League not that long ago. Won the Scudetto of Inter Milan not long ago. Double winner with Bayern multiple times. And yeah, he's done it all really, and he's going to do it again at Tottenham.
Yeah.
And he's that creative wing back what we need, because Reguilon can't do it, even though he's supposed to be good at that.
Yeah, I hear you, my man. I agree. Amir, what are your thoughts so far?
I'm loving Perisic coming in. I think that experience is going to really help the team out. I mean, if we look at Real, what they did, like the comment said, Modric at 36, if it wasn't for him, I think they wouldn't have even got to the final, to be honest. So bringing in someone, who's won things, who's been there, done that, got the T-shirt, I think it's fantastic. And I think it will add a lot to the dressing room as well. In terms of the keeper, we need a backup. And if he's free, he's got Premiership experience. I don't see anything wrong with it, as long as we go out there and we get all the other players that Conte wants. So, Bastoni in through the door. If Conte wants a backup striker for Kane, someone to come in, go get him. If he doesn't want a striker, leave it out and focus on the defense and bringing in a couple of midfielders, and obviously getting rid of a few of the, troublesome players, the Ndombeles, this type of thing, get them off the books.
I hear you, my friend. Mr. Bob.
Yeah, I think with Forster, I think, when we've got two young goalkeepers in the club, someone to come in with his experience, Premier League experience, I think it's only a good thing. You can learn off him. He's a good backup. I personally think he's better than the Joe Hart and certainly a Galini any day. He's got experience. That's going to count for a lot. And he'll get game time in the cups. With Perisic, I think it's good that his experience. I think being 33 is irrelevant to an extent, because the guy's got stamina. He's up and down that wing. He scores goals, which is good. But if we're bringing in a Bastoni, who will most likely definitely take up that space in the on the left-hand side of defence, I'd be more comfortable having a Bastoni who's young, inexperienced to an extent, although played loads of games, and an experienced Perisic rather than a young Bastoni and another young left wing back, even a Sessegnon, because it'll be new. They'll be getting to know each other. Whereas Perisic, I'm sure he's played with many players on that side of defence throughout his career. So, yeah, I think it's a sensible shrewd buy. Hey, we've not spent any money yet, and we've got a good player in already. So, yeah, all good so far. The intent's there. It's a case of taking further steps now.
100%. And for me on my thing, I did a YouTube short earlier today, which I'm going to be doing a lot more of, especially for transfer stuff. I figured just like 1 minute quick pops over here in the side of the studio that I never use. I used kind of like that meme from Braveheart, where it was just, like the horses are coming and he's telling them to wait and wait and wait. And then I'm talking like that's what our excitement should be like, right? Until we actually make that first actual signing. And I mean one that we paid for, right?
Yep.
We don't know if the tides have changed, right?
Yeah.
So because right now, so far, yes, the age might be a little bit different, but for free transfers, it's kind of expected. I mean, we've signed guys like Joe Hart in the past, are a little bit older. I mean, bringing Gareth Bale back on loans, things that don't cost us a ton of money, Levy isn't necessarily against, right? So now, granted, Perisic is a quality player. I would say probably on the cusp of world class, if not world class. Yeah. So I'm excited to have him join the squad. It'd be interesting to see if he plays on the right or if he plays on the left, because it seems that we're linked with quite a bit of left back options, but I've never thought that our left back option was necessarily I thought we were weaker on the right this season than we were on the left. So it has concerned me a little bit that we haven't really been linked with any experienced, right wing backs. I mean, we've got Spence, but I mean, he's a baby, right? So not saying he can't perform.
Well, what I think it is, I've been saying it for a few weeks, but I think this is just a clear indication that Reggie is definitely going. So we need, as you said, I think right wing back is a place that needs more strengthening than left wing back. So I'm happy with Cesc. Not happy as in he's a starter, but obviously get a Perisic in, let him learn under Perisic. But I think this is just This is just a clear sign that Reguilon is on his way, and whether we like it or not, or whether we think they're strong enough or not, the two wing backs in Doherty before he got injured and Emerson have improved just up until their injury and to get us over the line. So who knows? I mean, I'm sure there is one that will come in, but I think they want to make sure there's someone in before Reguilon goes out.
Yeah. I'm still not convinced on Emerson. I'm going to need to see a lot going forward because you got to remember we play with wing backs, not full backs. So, like, I just would he be good in like 4 matches a season against Liverpool and C? Yeah, maybe. But the unfortunate part is we have, 34 other games that we have to play where he isn't as helpful, especially in the Conte system. So, definitely need to get somebody who can actually create on that right hand side. I think with Perisic, and then having, even if Reguilon doesn't go, if it's just Reguilon and Cesc as his backup, I wouldn't be down with that either. But both of them, and bringing in like Kostic as well, because you got to remember, apparently we have this big giant war chest that is supposed to be equaling 200 to 300 million pounds, and we haven't touched a dime of it yet. So. It just depends on how. If we're not bringing in a lot of players, it better be some big ones, because I'm going to expect every penny of that 150 to be spent plus, right? Because to me, it doesn't seem like a big deal if we only spend that 150. If we spend more than that, if we spend 200 million, then I would be like, all right, we've done something. But we've spent 150 million before. I mean, we came close to that last summer. So it was like 90, right? It wasn't, net spend wasn't that, but I think we spent like 90 million or something like that last season. And then before that, under Jose, I think we spent like 140 when we got Lo Celso, and
140, yeah.
So I mean, it's not 150. If that's all we spend, isn't much different than in the past. I want to see us break the 200 mark.
Well, this is the thing, Will. This is the thing. I don't think it's actually connected to the amount of, if it's 150, 175 or 200. I think it's with regards to the scouting and in terms of picking the exact players that we need to go and challenge for trophies. So, for example, Fergie's last season, he needed a striker. Boom, he went out, he got Van Persie, they won the league. Liverpool, everyone knew their defense was shoddy. Everything else was great. Boom, they got Van Dijk. The rest is history.
I agree with you. I'm far more quality over quantity, right? Like I'm so glad that so far this season we haven't done any of that. I mean, we're like a week into the summer. The transfer window isn't technically open yet, so I might be jumping again a little bit. But at least in this first week, there isn't any of the for the future BS going around. So that makes me happy, and I don't care if we necessarily spend £2 or 200 million pounds. It's just a matter of getting the quality players in. But, right, it's a matter, are you going out and getting the quality players, or are you settling for people that you can afford, right? That's the difference for me. I would be fine if we went out and signed 2 players and used up all 200 million, right? If it was what Conte wanted and they were quality players. But if you actually go back and you actually look at Liverpool's system and what they did from the time the Klopp came in, until they finally finished ahead of us, because they was 8th, 4th, and that last year that they finished 4th, I think was when they got to the Champions League final.
Yeah.
And then they brought in I think they brought him in Allison, and then they brought in Van Dijk the January before they got to the final, right?
Yeah.
But in that first 2 windows that Klopp had, he didn't buy a lot of players, but he bought 3 or 4 quality guys in. That's when he was bringing in Mane and Salah and, Shaqiri, who helped him out. I mean, he's not that great of a player, but he helped them out a lot at the time. He was quality for them. Wijnaldum, Firmino, a lot of those guys came in right around that period. They got rid of a lot of people. And that's the thing, is we're at the point where we need to push 4 or 5 of our first team players into the squad, in my opinion. Sign 4 or 5 starters, right, who will push people that are currently starting onto the bench, and then get rid of a lot of that deadwood. Then next season and the season after that, we can start getting 1 or 2, the player that takes us over the line. Right? That makes sense.
I see what you're saying, Will. I see what you're saying. That the only thing is will Levy, just sign those checks? Will he just get the checkbook out and say, okay, Paratici, Conte, this is who they want, boom, finished? Not argue over $1 million here, $1 million there, and just do the business, basically. That's the big worry, and I'd say that's sitting on a lot of Spurs fans.
See, there's no reason why they can't spend the 200 that Will's mentioned, because if you want to look at it deep down, you've got the 150 investment, you've got the Premier League money, you've got the Champions League money, you've got the revenue, which is $1 million a game on just beverages, and then you've got the naming rights, which are going to come in to play. We're talking, I don't
You
like
forgot one thing. You forgot one thing, brother. Remember the 90 million we've got left over from our team?
Yeah, we've got player sales.
90 mil.
Well.
Yep,
Yeah,
player sales.
we've got player sales. So, you'll talk war chest. So I don't like to use that word, but there is, if you want to add it all up, mate, we're talking, we can spend that FFP allowance, which is 440 million if we wanted to.
Yeah,
Obviously,
so
we're not going to do that.
I think there was somebody on Football.London that said it's a minimum of 311 million pounds.
Yeah.
Is what we have available to us.
Yeah.
If we add in the Champions League money that we got, the Premier League money that we got, that 150 plus player sales. But we do have a young man in the back. We'll get ready to bring him on. First time on this show, I do believe. Dylan's in the house.
Hello.
Big up,
How
Dylan.
are you all doing?
Big up, Dylan.
How you doing, fella?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for joining us. And I also want to big up everybody in the chat, too. On this show, everybody you see in that chat, those are all subscribers. You got to be a subscriber to be in the chat on this show. Late night, you get the bots out here, and people telling us to go click on this to see dwarf images. So it's in subscriber mode. So that doesn't happen.
Well, don't come on my list. Don't join the list.
It's planting seeds. That's all. Let Bob water them. And then
Oh, man.
yeah, so make sure you do hit that subscribe button, and then you can join everybody in the chat. Right? The chat is where you're going to have the most fun if you're watching the show. To be honest with you, people have more fun in the chat than they do watching. So make sure you subscribe and get in the chat there. But Dylan, since you just joined, what are your thoughts on the transfer window so far?
Well, considering we usually don't get our business done till deadline day, I'm happy with where we started. We've got Perisic. He's won the Champions League. He's proven he gets goals. His statistics wise, very good player. And from what I've seen, he's a good player. So I'm happy we brought him in. Fraser Forster, I mean, he's on a free, so I'm not going to complain about him. Should be a decent backup, but we just need to get the big players in now. Bastoni, we need whoever we want to bring. We need to get them in fast as possible.
That's right. I agree. And big up to NS Sports TV over from Henry Wright's channel. We will be doing our Spurs Corner tomorrow. Be going on there. I'll be asking, Sava and Stel if Sun's world class. It'll be a good time.
Dylan, whereabouts are you, mate? Whereabouts?
North
whereabouts
London.
North London. Whereabouts?
Well, I mean, northeast, Ilford.
Oh. Ilford, yes.
Good man.
Barking, born and bred, mate. Used to live in
Oh.
Seven Kings. Right.
My dad was born on the Eastern Avenue.
There we go.
Oh wow.
There we go. So we'll apologise now.
But yeah, so let's get into these awards a little bit. We'll let you guys on the panel give your thoughts, then we'll see who the people on Twitter in YouTube. I do think Steak's back. Welcome, Steak. Yep, you're back. We can hear you now.
Internet problems.
I think I'm having a breakdown whenever he's on.
But we'll start off here with the player award. So the Tottenham Hotspur Player of the Season. Brian, who do you give Player of the Season to?
Well, you know, because I voted. As you know, I spoke about him and when I thought he was having a dip in form. But like I've always said, I'm man enough to say it when I'm wrong. He weren't having a dip of form. There's only one man. There's only one man, and it's Japhet Tanganga. No, I'm joking.
Emerson Royale.
Hey.
It's Human Son. Closely followed by Romero, because I just love, since Bob Spur's been going on about him, he's just a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful player, but it's got to be Human Son.
I agree.
Shocking!
Mira, who do you think has been our Player of the Season?
I can't disagree with Brian, and I think it's probably going to be, around the house here. Songy's just been absolutely magnificent. The guy's an absolute legend. I hope he ends his career with us. And if I had to pick a second, I'd go with Højbjerg, to be honest with you, because I think he is vital to what we do. And I think he's advanced his game as well this season, bringing in some passes, scoring a couple of goals here and there. And I really love the leadership qualities that he brings onto the pitch. And I know some fans aren't too keen on him and think we can get an upgrade. I think he will be vital for us next season as well, to be honest.
100%. Who's next on the list? Bob!
Yeah, man.
Who do you think's been our Player of the Season?
Yeah, of course, it's Sonny. I've been cheering him on since the beginning. We relied on him when Kane had his little hissy fit. He's always turned up. We were top of the league because of him at the beginning of the season. Yeah. Salah caught up and decided to share the golden boot with Sonny at the end of the season. So, yeah, Sonny for me, closely followed by Dele Alli.
Yeah, Dele had a good part of the season. We got one more guest in the back, though. She gets to use my music because that's how good she is. Ellie Højbjerg is in the house tonight. What's going on, Ellie?
Okay, I'm just coming in because you actually pronounce his name correctly, Will. It is Højbjerg, not Højbjerg.
Hodgeberg.
I've got that.
Hodgeberg.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is Højbjerg though. Because I actually asked him when I met him
Yeah, Højbjerg.
at the restaurant. Yeah,
Ellie, why are you whispering?
because everybody's fucking asleep. And if I wake them up, I'm in trouble.
So this has turned into...
Just a quick one, Will, if you don't mind. Jagjeet Rawat in the chat. Whereabouts in India are you, mate? Or it could be a matey. I just wonder whereabouts. Yeah, it'd be interesting.
But because Ellie has to whisper, this has just turned into Will Stewart THFCRants.
Steak.
I'll
But,
be steak in the morning if I wake
Gogama's-
them up.
That's right. Gogama says, Uri Sunny. That means our Sunny. So thank you again for this big support.
Yeah, Gogs.
We got THFC Player of the Season. Dylan, who's your Player of the Season?
It's got to be Sonny. It's not really a debate, is it? He's won the Golden Boot. He's the amount of points I think he's got single-handedly is just. And I, as well as Brian, I also said that I thought he had a bit of a dip in form, and he came end of the season. He just came back and just was on fire. So it's got to be him. And like Brian also said Romero. I love him. I think he's a great player. And he could be best centre back in the league. I think next year after. So I wouldn't really say a close second, but he is second.
Yeah, good deal. Steak.
Has to be Son. Most goals. Top goal scorer. Don't care about Salah. Most of his goals are pens. Best player in the league, in the world. No one can catch up to him. And yeah, the second place would probably be Lloris. So he's, because he's tried his best even when we were absolutely shit. Yeah, and when people talk about Romero, he's only been here for like half a season because of his injury. And Højbjerg's been off and on as well.
Yeah. Ellie, who's your player of the season?
By far, Sonny, because he's been incredible, and the goals that he scored have been out of this world as well. Like, he hasn't scored really many tap-ins. He's mainly scored really fantastic goals, which the one against Leicester as well, both against Leicester were fantastic, but the one that he curled is out of this world.
I was there.
Brilliant. I know, I was there behind the goal as well, Steak. Yeah. So I have to give it to Sonny, because he's been absolutely brilliant.
I got to bring him in because he decided to join. He's here to rain on Sun's Parade. Dietrich Kane.
Oh, here it is, my brother.
Oh, no.
What's up, everyone? How's everyone doing?
What's up, Dietrich, brother?
Good.
I was going to say Kulu.
So let me give you your options, Dietrich. We'll ask you the question.
No, I'll skip the question. I'm not even answering.
Player of the season: Son Heung-min, Kulu, Højbjerg, or Christian Romero?
I'll give it to Lucas.
Not an option.
No, honestly, it has to be Son. But like, if someone said Romero, you cannot like judge him. Like, Son's been fantastic, and Romero's been incredible. So both of them, in my opinion. But if I had to choose, it has to be Son.
All right, let's see what the people had to say on Twitter. With 94.5% of the vote, Son Heung-min. On YouTube community, with 91% of the vote, 190 votes on this one, Son Heung-min. And then here in the live chat, with 81% of the vote, some of the people in the chat need to get talking to. Son Heung-min. So it's a clean sweep for the player of the season.
Will, can I say one thing? When we're talking about first and second place, there's a guy in the comments called Joel who, there's a player that does deserve respect. Ben Davies deserves, I know he isn't on that list and he's not going to get it because he's not the Hollywood player or the, he has been fantastic this season. And Joel is back. I mean, there's a few of us that have been saying it for a few weeks, ever since the Liverpool game especially, and the 3 games that Romero was out, he was absolutely sensational. And deserves
his body on the line for absolutely everything.
Yeah, we've got a couple of votes that didn't make it onto the Twitter and the YouTube, but or for live stream only, kind of more specialty awards. And one of those is the most improved on the season, and he's going to be an option in that one. So hopefully, I agree. He's going to get my vote on that one, but we'll see what people say. I think I've got in the options for that one when we get to that are Davies. If you want to be thinking about it, Davies, Dyer.
Dyer?
Has to be Kulu.
Yeah.
At Juventus, he was average.
I don't think he was average at Juventus. He's had 18 goals and 11 assists.
Yeah,
no, he wasn't great. He wasn't great.
He's also a decent finish on him. That's the thing.
Yeah, he scored more goals at Juventus than he did for us.
Yeah, but he's had like 5 seasons at Juventus.
No, he's had 1 season at Juventus.
No, true.
No,
that's the second season.
He was put on loan.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the second season. He was there last season, and then the first half of this season, right? So
Yeah.
So season and a half. So anyways, it'd be me, Dyer Davies, Poibia, and Sessegnon, I think, are the options for
Can't
that one.
improve on Poibia.
Oh, you didn't put Doherty.
I guess I could put Doherty on there too. I don't know how many options it lets me do it, but we're gonna end this one here. We've got that one up. So it is unanimous. Son Heung-min is the player of the season for Tottenham Hotspur, and some would say he's been player of the season for the entire Premier League. Callum Wilson and Mikel Antonio both have said that Son is the player of the season in their minds, and Mikel Antonio said it's been that way for the last couple seasons. So we've also got one more guest to add to the show. He would have gotten my vote for the most rational, but unfortunately people from Canada aren't very rational, but he's the most irrational Canadian I've ever met. Abdul Karim.
What's going on, man? What's going on?
Abdul
Karim.
You see, well, there's people like Abdul, Brian, and Bob Spur and others. Those are the kind of people I like, not like you.
I actually won an award as well, so we can thank people for that.
For
as well.
what biggest, most meanest person on YouTube?
Close.
That's most stats.
Close. But let's move on to the next award. So the next award is and let's see here. We got forward of the season. Do we need to vote on this, or is it the same?
So
Same.
why did you put next thing you're gonna say goal of the
Yeah,
season?
Dane Scarlett. Dane Scarlett.
Well, because I figured that if I didn't put Kane's name on any of the selection options, somebody would say something. So
What's the next award, Will? Best South Korean player of the
Exactly.
yeah, the next award is Will's favorite player. Just for people to want to know, if people are curious, it was unanimous on that as well. Believe it or not, the percentages were different. 91% on the YouTube community. On Twitter, we had let's see, 91.6%, and he got 94.5%, which didn't make sense to me. It's like 94.5% of the people who voted thought he was the best player of the season, but not the best forward.
Yeah, there's more.
That's odd.
Romero's not in there, and
Lower.
I suppose, yeah.
Yeah, but the forward was lower than the player. Like, I could understand if the forward was higher than the player, right? But he got 91.6%. Yeah, so Harry Kane, it must have been Dietrich's voted 37 times.
I swear to God.
4.8%.
Your money, Dietrich.
Or it might be too that there were less votes, so there was 83 votes versus 91. But we'll go on to midfielder of the season. So we've got the Tottenham Hotspur midfielder of the season. The options were, we had many: Bentancur,
Howings,
Poibia, Harry Winks, and Tanguy Ndombele.
You forgot
What?
about
If there is a single vote for
Skip
Tanguy,
was
it's
injured,
fine.
so.
Who put
You have to
Ndombele
send
in
that
that
person
list?
to
He
the
was there
mental
for a while.
home if they vote.
I did it as a troll, but in fact,
Oh,
he got the third highest votes. I'm not joking.
Consistent Giovanni Lo Celso on there.
No, I didn't have Lo Celso on there. But this was actually a close vote.
Did you put Weston
So
McKennie?
no, I didn't put Weston McKennie on there.
Next season.
I do have to let's see here. I'm going to have to throw this one to the audience because we are going to need a breaker. So let's see. You guys go. Brian, your midfielder of the season is
It's I think there's someone else on this panel that's going to be definitely agreeing with me, and he is my favourite player. And like I've said before, it's not for just everything he does on the pitch; it's for his mentality, his attitude, and everything. And that is Pierre Emile Poibia. And the reason I say that is if you look at this guy, he's played he's already played over 100 games for us. He's only been here 2 seasons.
Yeah.
That just goes to show his longevity. That just goes to show his stamina, his fitness, his lack of injuries. Whether you think he's had a mixed season or off season, if there's one player in that team there you said someone needs to play this game, who do you reckon will be fit every single game? I think 100% of people will say Pierre-Emile Poibia. This man is a machine. He was superb last season and has to do a lot of work. This season, he looked like he was going down a bit of a... And Joe, him being dropped for the Wolves game was probably the best thing that happened to him. Because he came back with this partnership with Bentancur. And yeah, you could say Bentancur's made him better, but he's playing alongside Winks. And was Winks making him worse? Yes. But for me, it's Pierre-Emile Poibia.
All right. So the poll is in the chat. Amir, who was your best midfielder of the season?
Daigle, how dare you say Winky was making him worse? Winky was our best midfielder by far with his fantastic
Go for Harry Kane as midfielder.
His sideways passing.
Vinny sideways.
Yeah, I always.
No, man, I used to call him Sat Nav because he'd get the ball, he'd reach 5 yards, it'll go, "You've reached your destination," and pass it sideways. That's what Harry Winks used to do.
Yeah, bless him. He needs to move on and rejuvenate his career somewhere else. To be honest,
Never had one.
I'd agree with Daigle. You know, the Viking Poibia, unbelievable mentality, unbelievable. Determination, work rate, everything's there that you want in a player. And again, like I said before, I think he has added a few things onto his game. We've seen a few really nice balls from him. If he hadn't have missed that chance, things could have been different as well in the run up, but everything worked out anyway. So we're all good. Should have had a pop there. So yeah, I'd definitely go with Poibia.
Good deal. Before we go to the next one, we got Mark's Spurs channel. Everybody go subscribe to me if you haven't already. All 75 of you watching the show right now. Hello, Spurs family. Great panel tonight. I'm watching on a plane to Mexico.
Is this man ever in America?
Every time he leaves, he's always on vacation.
Hey, he likes Mexican food.
Yeah, drug dealing's big business, man.
Yeah.
Steak.
Costa Rica, Mexico. Colombia.
But you know what? He was wearing his Costa Rica that hat he's wearing. I expect him to see him the big Mexican hat on his next stream.
That's it. Yeah.
Sombrero.
That's the word. Thank you. I couldn't think of the word.
Yeah. Next person on the list is Bob Spur TV. Your midfielder of the season is.
Well, there's only one midfielder who's played all season. That's Hoiberg. If Bentancur, as great as he's been, we can't give him midfielder of the season when he's not been there for the season.
If he's been that good, you can.
Yeah, nah, not for me. It'd be unfair. Hoiberg's been there right from the off. Been dropped for one game. Hoiberg's great. Bentancur's great, but it's like giving Bale a Champions League medal. For being just
he got
there.
one.
Well, you got one, yeah.
Yeah, he did. Exactly. That's what I mean. So, now, if the question is midfielder of the season, midfielder of the season, Hoiberg's been there for the season, so he gets it.
Well, you have a question from Anas.
Can I join or Spurs fans only? Anybody can join, dude. The link is pinned to the top of the chat above the poll. Come on in, join the show if you want. Just don't show your willy. That's all we ask.
Again.
Okay.
Yeah.
What the fuck happened?
You know what happened, Nagel? Just because I didn't see your face, don't deny it, mate.
What the fuck happened?
You haven't seen Tappin' Tops?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. Yes, that I have, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the dude?
No.
So,
No, I always make that joke when people ask if they can come on the show.
Okay. I literally thought something had happened that I'd missed, and I was like, I surely would have heard of that.
Yeah. No, we have fans from other shows. We've had Mad Mullah on the show before. He's a Chelsea fan. We've also had I can't pronounce his name, so I'm not even gonna try. The City fan from Philadelphia. Yeah, so we have a lot of fans on here sometimes. We've had basketball fans on here before.
Yeah, I've been on. Oh my god, I left that one.
Universe Galaxy. That's a good show.
is he still around?
Oh
Will?
yeah, I'm sure he's still around.
He's not put any videos out of late.
Has he?
Mate, some of
Maybe
those
I
videos
rested.
I watched on his channel, the arguments, I was like, Jesus.
Oh man,
But
you need to be high to watch that.
My God.
People think my show is bad. Apparently, Winks is getting a lot of love in the chat right now.
Talking of people being high.
I'm closing the chat.
But Dylan.
Yeah, it's got to be Poibia. Like Benton, he's been great since he's come in. I feel like since he's come in, and him and Poibia have been playing together, they've improved each other, and game by game, they're both getting better. By the end of the season, I mean, when Benton first came in, I felt like he sometimes took a bit too long on the ball. But by the end of the season, I felt like he adjusted to Prem, and him and Poibia together were just brilliant. But it's got to be Poibia, obviously. He's been here playing the whole season. I think he's played every game apart bar the Wolves one. He's improved. His vision, his passing has been way better than it was the previous season. You'd see, obviously Winks, his sideways passing, just everything. But Poibia, the previous season, but this season he's improved that a lot. So it's got to be him.
Good deal. Steak.
Yeah. I think it has to be Bentancur.
All right, Bentancur. Vote for Bentancur.
Well, ever since he's come in, but when Højbjerg was here before Bentancur, he was under pressure. He was a complete mess. We didn't have a midfield at all. When we have Bentancur, he completely revolutionised the midfield. He could actually spray passes forward like a creative midfielder, like a box to box. And yeah, he's creative and defensive at the same time.
Yeah, he's a good juror. We do got one in the back. His name is Prazival. I'm guessing that's NS, maybe? What's up, fella?
Steak.
Hello? Don't scare people away, Steak. Can you hear us, mate? All right. I'll keep my mouse on the button there for a while just in case something weird happens.
Wake me up before you go.
Dietrichs. What's up, man? Midfielder of the season.
Is it a troll? Look at the private chat. I'm lost. I'm lost. Has to be Bentancur.
Bentancur.
I have no idea what's going on right now.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
me
actually
neither. Me
lost.
neither.
I'm so drunk tonight. I'll shift my head, clean it all the
drunk.
You're really drunk?
It's my 5-minute mate.
What are you drinking? What are you drinking? What are you drinking?
I'm drinking my self-made honey wine.
Self-made honey wine. Some
Yeah.
mead.
Oh yeah.
Sounds like
Some
good
meat,
stuff.
yeah. I
Good
made
deal.
it by myself.
Yeah, I know. That's like a thing now. Craft mead. People are doing it on Instagram, TikTok, all this kind of stuff. It's kind of a new trend to make homemade mead.
Dylan, how old are you? Dylan,
And
how old are
I
you?
make my own
Twice
beer.
my birthday's today.
No, fuck it, you're fine.
Nah,
And I make my own beer.
Sweet.
Nice. Which isn't illegal.
It's not in the United States. Is it illegal in the UK to make your own beer?
No. Only in prison.
Only in prison.
Is it illegal to
You've
make beer in
experienced?
England?
All right, so the next person is, we got to get through these awards here because I don't know when people are jumping off, and there's a guest on the panel that has to accept one of his awards. So Abdul, midfielder of the season is
Bentancur.
Oh, come on.
Yes.
There was a large point of the season where we were rating Oliver Skip above Højbjerg. There was a dark time with Højbjerg that we were extremely frustrated with him. There was a time. Let's be honest.
But Abdul, can I just say, do you not reckon that was because of the shit around him when he had a Dele Alli? Like, if you look at the Arsenal game at the Filth,
Well,
where
yeah,
you had him, and you had Ndombele and Dele next to him, who just went fucking missing.
Yeah, no, honestly,
And
yeah,
he's doing
there's a
everything.
massive
Don't get
gap.
me wrong. Bentancur, next season, if it's them two at the start, I think Bentancur will rise far above him. But people were saying he got better when Bentancur arrived. Or is it he just had someone, not saying they're on the same level, but someone that was nearer to his capability that was like, right, I trust you to be able to do your work so I can do mine.
Right.
Yeah, you can say that, but again, you're getting outplayed by Skip for a big part of the season. There was a big stretch where he was getting outplayed by Oliver Skip. There was a point of the season where if you had to substitute somebody in the midfield, it wouldn't be Oliver Skip. It would have been Højbjerg. Højbjerg has stepped up his game ever since Bentancur has come in, but
I think it's because he had to, otherwise he was going to lose his spot, right?
Yeah, Bentancur's offering. He has something that we can't really. No one in our midfield core has something that Harry Winks is supposed to offer. He doesn't do. Like for someone like Højbjerg, yeah, he does a lot of defensive work, but like Oliver Skip was doing that too. But I feel like Bentancur is somebody that you can't replace in our starting. You can't replace Bentancur. Nobody's had offers what he does. But like I feel like with Højbjerg, even if you replace him with Oliver Skip, I'm not saying it would be the exact same, but I feel like it wouldn't be that big of a drop off. So for that reason, I'm going with Bentancur.
Bentancur. We got Jagjit Rawat here joining the members club. He's the first Levy level member. So welcome to the Levy level. And we've also got James.
What the hell is a Levy level?
So the Levy level is like
the highest one.
So yeah, the highest one. No. So we have this summer we're going to be doing members only streams, which means if you're not a member, you won't even be able to watch it, right? So I made a tier that's basically just like the cheapest that you can make a membership is 99 cents in the United States, right? So it's a level that just allows people to be able to get into the member shows that we're going to be doing.
Oh, we're only fans.
Yeah, and that's the Levy level because it's the cheapest.
$1.
Oh,
yeah.
What's the other levels?
We got Williams Celts, Williams Rangers. We've also got the captain level, and then we have the general level, which Ellie's been a general for a while, and the general's like $20 a month. So it's a big up to Ellie for being the general of the channel. We also got James Joris here, who just joined Williams Celts. So I said Wayne Bonner rejoined the membership crew earlier on the show. So third member of the night. I said the target was 5. So go out there and grab yourself a 99-cent membership. If you want to help support the channel and join us in that members chance. If you are a Patreon member as well, you can go to patreon.com/THFCRants. The links to those live streams will also be posted there, so you don't have to worry about double dipping unless you want to.
Well, quick question. Is the 99 cents allowed to be paid in installments? That's the true Levy level.
Yes, it's one installment every month forever.
Touche.
Yeah. But so our newest member to the panel, Parzival, midfielder of the season.
I was going to join. Sorry, Will. I was going to join yours in the summer, but I can't join at Levy level. What are you doing to me?
Would you like me to do a Brian level at like $1.50?
You're upselling me.
Williams Celts is more expensive than Williams Rangers too. That's what it is. If you don't like the Rangers, if you don't want, if you're Catholic and you don't like the Rangers, you gotta you got to spend an extra buck. I mean, this is. I could put the Daigle level as $1.99.
Yeah.
Steak level.
Or whatever the next level is. Parzival, who do you think Tottenham midfielder of the season?
Pardon?
Tottenham Hotspur midfielder of the season?
What the actual fuck?
He just wants to shave his head.
Yeah.
Hello?
I agree, 100%.
Yeah.
All right. The Twitter poll said 47.9% Rodrigo Bentancur was the midfielder of the season. The number 2 vote on Twitter was Pierre Emile Poibia,
Someone might vote for Ndombele.
and 5.2% for Tanguy Ndombele, and 1% for Harry Winks. Then we've got on YouTube Rodrigo Bentancur at 40%, Poibia at 57%, Harry Winks at 1%, and Tanguy Ndombele at 1%. And then we've also got on the YouTube on the current poll now, Poibia at 50%, Bentancur at 38%, Winks at 10%, and Ndombele at 2%. So we still got Ndombele votes in the YouTube chat here tonight. So, but by the total number of votes, Pierre-Emile Poibia is the THFC midfielder of the season. So Pierre wins it. Pierre is the winner. And then the last one for players, defender of the season. Let's try to pick up the pace just a little bit. Mr. Brian Daigle, your defender of the season is...
let's just say he got 10 out of 10 on the Kleenex. It's Christian Romero. It's Christian Romero. Christian Romero.
Okay.
Shaving his head.
He wasn't even an option. The options were Christian Romero, Eric Dyer, Ben Davies, and Matt Doherty.
Oh my God! Wait, say it again.
Christian Romero, Eric Dyer, Ben Davies, and Matt Doherty.
Christian Romero.
Christian Romero. Amir?
Do you know what? I'm going to be a bit controversial here, and I'm going to go with Eric Dyer. Because
that's not too controversial.
Yes, it is.
You know, Romero was out for a while. He had a serious injury. Obviously, he's the better defender overall. But I just think that Dyer really, he played well this season. He bossed a lot of games. He's very strong physically. We know he's due a mistake every now and again. But I do think Conte, just like the same he's done really well with coaching Ben Davies, I think he's got through to Dyer, and I think he's giving him little tips here and there about how to defend a little bit better. Obviously, Conte is the man when it comes to defending. So I'd give Eric the shout out for
that. Can I just add something?
Yes, Brian, we can do that. All right, so the link to, if you want to join, if you want to become a member, I have put the link in the chat. There's some people that are asking for it.
You're such a dickhead.
What?
No,
thank you for coming on, Paval or Proval. You gave everybody a good laugh tonight. He's back.
Back once again.
You're back. Welcome back.
Hey.
But the link is in the chat if people want to join and become a member. I just put that in there for everybody. So Amir, you said Eric Dyer. I think I interrupted you. Steak, your defender of the season.
Davison Sanchez, no, it has to be Romero. Carried our defence the whole season, except when he was injured. Even when he was injured, he probably would have done a better job than Dyer. The man's world class, best defender in the league, and can't say anything else.
Good deal. Dylan.
Dyer has been great. That needs to be said. Same with Ben Davies. The effort they put in, as well as what they've been brilliant. So, and Romero obviously has been good. So I'm going to go Joe Rodon.
Joe Rodon.
It's got to be Christian Romero. I think Dyer, Davies, yes, they played way more games, but when Christian Romero came into the team, the impact he made was just next level. He turned that defense from like every time a defender would get the ball, I'd get nervous. But when he's in that team, it just calms me down. I think I've just got my life expectancy went up 5 years when he got back into that team because he's such a great defender.
Good deal. We got Raymond here, who just also became the second Levy level member of the channel. Big up to yourself.
Becoming a fucking pandemic.
Hey, it takes a lot of Levies to equal, a normal member, but hey,
A million Levies don't make a right.
Yeah, Levies add up though over time. So, thank you very much, Raymond. We appreciate it. Big up yourself for doing that. We need one more to hit the target for the stream. More than that is also welcome, but at least one more would be greatly appreciated. We've also got Bob Spur.
Yeah, I mean, I've been jizzing over Romero since October last year. So Kleenex rating 10 out of 10 for me, Romero. Hands down.
Mr. Dietrich Kane.
Well, it has to be Romero, honestly. Best defender, best everything. And whoever said, and Amir, I disagree with you, with Dyer. He cost you Man United, Brighton, and scored the weirdest own goal against Newcastle away. So please, if we go next season with Dyer, honestly, we're not going to win anything. So let's move on, please.
So you don't love Eric Dyer, and Eric Dyer doesn't love you.
So wait a second, Dietrich's a few mistakes, over the season that just cancels a player's whole thing.
Yes, yes, because I've seen it.
Kane starting his season terribly and then coming good. That makes
it doesn't count for Kane for him.
No, the 17 goals he scored. Get rid of him.
Yeah, get rid of him then, innit?
Yeah, but you cannot compare a defender and a striker. First of all, do you remember
He's not comparing defender and a striker position. Yeah. He's comparing them that they made mistakes or their form.
Yeah, but but without Romero, he's nothing. That's my point. If you look individually, his talent, he doesn't bring enough to this team. If you tell me he's a leader,
he's a talented defender. But I think when he was out the team in January, we did miss him as well. He has been very good this season, but I just do think it is Romero still.
Yeah, but if you bring someone else, are you telling me that Dyer will play? I don't think so. That's my point.
All right, we just need to vote, right? We don't need to have a debate about it.
Oswald's gone off to shave his nuts.
Yeah, he's back. He's back. Abdul, defender of the season, my friend.
Christian Romero. He keeps that back line intact. Yes, Romero. Done.
Good deal. And Parzival, Tottenham Hotspur defender of the season is. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah, perfect.
Couldn't agree more, man. Fantastic insight.
Yeah, crazy.
Huh? Exactly.
The Tramezzani, you said.
Okay.
Tramezzani.
But also too, if you do become a member, you do get these cool emojis. You can't see it here up on screen. This just says will. But what it is, if you look in the YouTube chat, it is my beautiful bald head. No hat. It is there for you. There's a lot of other ones. There's Daniel Levy. There's but it's Dr. Evil or Dr. Levy, and a bunch of other cool fun stuff. Yeah. Do I still
say
have Dr.
something?
Levy
You
back
say-
here? Yes.
You
it's this
need
one.
Dr. Joe Lewis on there
This
as
one.
well.
Dr. Levy. Dr. Levy.
Parsifal said something about boobies.
There's no, none of the defenders have boobies. But so the winner was on Twitter first, 69.7% Christian Romero. Coming in number 2 on Twitter, Ben Davies with 15.7% of the vote. Third was Eric Dyer with 13.5% and 1.1% for Matt Doherty.
Bro, that's shocking.
On YouTube, more results for Christian Romero, 75% on YouTube, 169 votes. But coming in at number 2 on YouTube, Eric Dyer at 14%, Ben Davies at 9%, and Matt Doherty at 2%. Right?
Will,
right.
can you just remind me, how long was Romero out for?
I'm guessing here off the top of my head, he was out for, I think he missed 5 games, and then if you count the time when they were stuck in an island somewhere, it was 6.
Yeah. And then obviously the final 3.
Yeah, and then the final 3.
Yeah.
So 9 in total, probably.
Okay.
But that's a little bit of conjecture. I haven't looked it up. So if people want to be pedantic and call me out, they can. Feel free. People like to do that. Let's see. Okay, now come the fun ones. These are channel specific, and not necessarily this channel, but like all of the YouTube family. It's a group of awards. So we'll do the first one here, which is the most rational fan panelist. So who do you think is the most rational in a debate, in an argument? Who do you believe is the most rational? The options were, and you can provide your own option for the fan ones if I miss one.
D-Trex.
You made me choke on my own spit steak. Rez from Shelfside Spurs, Bob Spur from Bob Spur TV, Scott M, or Abdul Kareem. I didn't put myself in there because it'd have been a landslide. But who is the most rational fan panelist? Brian?
Well, I'm absolutely devastated that I'm not here. I'm the most rational, level-headed, agree with everyone, and have good. No, listen. I'm gonna have to. Oh, it's between 2, and they're both on this stream. One is my best mate, and one is in Canada with me. And I'm gonna have to go with Abdul.
Abdul, there you go.
And the reason I'm gonna go with that, I'm gonna because this is the fan one. Bob and I, we'll get into an argument with anyone, and sometimes we can get a little bit stressed. Obviously, I go way nuclear. But whenever I speak to Abdul, it's just always the most calming. He's probably got one of the most calming voices on YouTube. I love my brother Bob, and he's going to get votes elsewhere. But yeah, for this, I'm going to give it to Abdul.
Sweet.
And that's the first
Amir?
part of my revenge.
I'm going to go with Bobby down there below me because I honestly think that, when it comes down to it, the positivity you've been bringing, since you came out of the coma, Bobby, and I think, you speak a lot of sense when it comes down to Levy, the business side, and,
Is he following?
So, yeah, I'm going with Bob Spur.
I swear he's on the loop.
Bob?
Well, if you're thinking about rational, someone who makes sense, speak from the heart, being honest, it's got to be Parsifal, man. And it's got to be that.
There he is.
Yeah.
Ready to claim the
So,
award.
He's on the loop.
Yeah,
He's on the loop.
he gets my vote, man. He gets my vote.
Oh my goodness.
Longest cigar smoking of the year, he wins as well.
Yeah.
But the poll is in the chat too, so the audience, you do have a vote. And then Dylan, who do you think the most rational Spurs panelist, fan panelist is?
Well, I've not seen not many panels. I've not been on YouTube with all this Tottenham stuff for a while, but from what I've seen, I'll give it Bob because I've seen the most of him. So I guess I'd say rational. That's who I would put the most trust in to say rational.
And I did ask you. Hence the reason I asked you where you were from earlier.
Yeah, you know where I live. I'm just going to say Bob.
I'm so strong.
Yep, he says Bob Spur as well. There you go.
That's English.
Well done.
And what did Dietrich or Steak?
What's your Bob Spur? Why not?
All right.
I just feel like Scott M's negative. Rez probably need to watch more. And yeah,
just watch more.
And then
usually talking about Wales sperm most of the time anyway.
Just smoking.
Dietrich's?
I said Alex Davies.
Alex Davies. Most rational.
Alex Davies.
Alex Davies is in a different category.
Yeah.
Is he with me in the next category? He's with me, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Abdul, are you frozen?
Shit, I'm voting for myself.
Voting for
I'm
himself.
here. Do you see?
I see
I'm
you.
voting for
Yeah,
myself.
you're moving.
Damn right, I'm voting for myself.
Vote for yourself, man. Vote for yourself.
Here it comes.
Prez of all, who do you think the most rational Spurs YouTuber is?
Bob Spur. There you go, Bob Spur. There you go.
I think he just said leave
Sorry,
me out.
I'm too drunk.
Too drunk?
Too drunk,
That's all right,
yeah.
mate.
I said Tuchel.
You said Thomas Tuchel. That works. We've got. So let's go over the results on Twitter. It was. Let's see. I gotta find it now. 32.1% to Rez.
Wow.
47.2% to Bob Spur, which I misspelled his name by mistake.
Yeah.
7.5% to Scott M. And 13.2% to Abdul. And then on the YouTube community page, we have 14% for Rez. I thought Rez would be a lot higher on this list. Like, I thought he would at least give Bob a run for his money. 72%.
Well, serious question. How often has I've never been on this show with Rez? Has he been
Once or
on
twice.
quite regularly?
Not regularly, no.
Okay.
Once or twice. But this is just rational fan panelists. This is across all the camps, right? Across all the camps.
Give it to Kuva.
He's not. He wasn't an option. And then Scott M 3% and Abdul at 10%. But here it's the live effect. Abdul has made a run in the live poll in the chat. We got Rez at 14%. Bob Spur only reaching 48%.
Oh.
Scott M reaching 10%. And Abdul with 27%. How many times did you vote for yourself, Abdul?
Oh man.
But Abdul came close to second place in the other two. So let's see how many votes. 22 votes on the YouTube on the live chat. 158. Let me do some quick math here. 53 votes. I think Rez is going to get you on second place. But the most rational fan panelist of the YouTube community is Bob Spur. Give your
I'll
acceptance
fucking
speech.
disagree. No, sorry. No,
Your acceptance speech, Bob.
Yeah, man.
So, Bob, you get the
Mari hat of
the year.
Mari hat of the year. Yeah.
Send me your address and I'll ship it
I
to
swear
you.
that's the hat from Smooth Criminal video, Michael Jackson.
It is, yeah.
Same hat. And Smooth Criminal, yeah.
And I got 5 of them for $5 on Amazon. So you're welcome.
Parzival, it ain't gonna happen, man. You're waiting on a woman to come on
Ellie
live. I don't know if there's some innuendo in there.
Yeah, okay.
But it ain't gonna happen.
Brian,
But
go
if you
put
wanna
on your
shave head,
Cucurella wig.
If you wanna, yeah.
And
if you wanna shave anyway.
Yeah,
Man.
I'll shave all off.
Let's do it. Let's do
Shave
it.
it off. We'll give you a drum roll.
Let's do it.
I'll even give you some shaving music. Are you ready? Go for it.
I'm sorry, what is actually happening?
I don't know, mate.
Shave it off, baby. I'll help you out. Go. Just messing with you, man.
Well, the guy is gonna pass out on stream.
But we've got
Only-
it's happened before.
Only if a woman smokes with me.
Sounds good, man. You got to hold to your principles. You got to hold to your principles.
I spoke all 3 at the same time.
But we've got another guest that wants to join the show, and his name is Scott M is in the house, filling out the 442.
I missed.
Parzival, Scott M is actually a girl, and she's smoking. So now you can shave your hair.
Yep.
Nah, it's not.
No, okay.
I missed
No, it's not go.
I
Thank
just
you.
saw the
Thank you.
nominees for most rational poster, so I assume I'll be accepting the award. I must have won the award.
Most grateful.
No. And the next one, goodbye.
Fell asleep. Just
Where
landed on
did
the
you go?
I'm actually concerned for him now. I care for him. I like
Where
the guy.
did you go? I'm a girl. I'll
Honestly,
smoke with you.
no, honestly, this is the best
Yeah.
debut on live stream I've ever
What
seen.
happens on THFCRants, baby?
Dietrich, not just of Tottenham, of anything.
Oh, he's back.
Once again,
We
once again, like the Renegade Master.
Brazzaville, welcome back.
Oh,
Welcome back, fella.
I've missed these streams.
Welcome back.
Welcome.
Can you hear me? Does my audio sound funny? Can you hear me all right?
Yeah.
Does my audio sound funny?
No.
I don't know what's wrong. Maybe check it. Check the settings or something.
All right, so the most delusional fan of the YouTube community.
Daigle.
Brian Daigle's not an option.
I don't even delusional. Delusional.
Yeah,
From a man that
delusional.
comes on and has space correct.
That's so funny.
The most
delusional.
The most delusional fan panelist options are. I'm gonna throw this. I'm gonna end the poll up here, and we're gonna put it into the chat as well. We've got Alex Davies, Dietrich Kane, Marcelo, and Danny the Bun.
Where the fuck's Scott M?
Scott M was in the most
Why would I be
rational
there? I'm
panelist.
rational.
What?
This is verified science. I'm rational. As we all know, Will
I'm
does
rational
facts,
and
facts are
delusional.
facts. I'm rational.
Sure.
So the most delusional fan panelist is Brian Daigle.
Yeah, I might add the flip flops included in this.
Oh yeah.
Am I allowed to
We
try
can
someone
add,
else in?
we'll add that to the special one.
Okay, so I've got to stick to my my choice on this one.
Yep.
I've got to
Alex,
stick to the
Dietrich,
panel.
Fitz, what's your
Marcelo.
name on it? Why isn't your name on it?
It's definitely not my brother Dietrich's.
Thank you. I love you. I love you, Brian.
and
straight back
Danny
how
the
you
Bun,
Yeah, Danny's not delusional. So I'm down to Alex and
Marcelo.
oh Jesus Christ! I plead the fifth. I don't even.
You can't plead the fifth. You
Jesus
gotta
Christ,
give an
I knew
answer.
Man. because he keeps saying Judas's name, I've got to say Alex Davies, but only because he keeps using Judas's name.
All right, only because he uses that name. Amir,
I've got plenty more reasons to name Alex Davies.
It's 100%. Stop the vote.
I mean, I've never seen, like, I know Spurs fans, we can get bogged down and get down a bit negative and whatnot and this and that, but I've never seen somebody so negative about our club, honestly. I listen to streams, I've been on streams with him. I just don't understand sometimes what he's looking at, you know? The guy wanted to sell Kane. You know?
Ali up front.
Even the guy up front said the same thing on the left.
no, I didn't say we should sell him. I said if he doesn't score at least 10 goals a season, we need to start having the conversation.
That's a different story. That's a different story.
That's what I
Alex wanted Kane out of the club. I mean, like, top delusional guy. So, yeah. Alex all the way.
And then Bob?
Alex.
Abdul?
Alex.
Dietrich? Dietrich, you can vote for yourself if you want to.
Will Stewart. No, it has to be Alex. Has to be.
Hey Paz, I'm gonna let you go, man. It looks like you're falling asleep, brother. Thanks for joining the stream. I don't want you to pass out and burn yourself.
Bye-bye.
All right, good night, fella. Have a good one.
Thanks for the insights.
Thanks for the insights. We appreciate it. We've got Jason Groves.
Oh, my brother. There we go.
He's in the house as well. Welcome, Jason, to the show. It's late for you.
No, it's not. It's 11:30. It's not that late, to be honest.
How you doing, Jay?
Not bad, mate. Not bad. As far as the most delusional, it's got to be Bob.
Bob's not an option, unfortunately.
The most delusional and the most rational at the same time.
But Dietrich's?
I said Alex, right?
Alex. Steak?
Alex.
Dylan?
I mean, I don't know who this guy is, but from what I heard, it's got to be Alex.
I like it. Just follow the crowd. It doesn't matter.
Dylan, he said one day he said drop Kane and put Ali at number 9. That's what he said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's enough.
It's pretty delusional. Scott
and Dylan Bentancur and Kulusevski rejects.
Rejects, yeah. Juve reject.
Reject, yeah, that's the one, Bob. Reject. Oh my
I love Alex and the truth that he brings, so I won't vote for him. Based solely on his constant pumping up of Paratici, I'm gonna say Marcelo.
Yeah.
No, Marcelo is just passionate.
I don't know. He gets
The Marcelo
in a delusional way.
Gets a little bit delusional sometimes. Jason, you said Alex already, I think. You jumped in there.
I did. I said Bob. I think it's got to be Dietrich's.
Dietrich's? It's a good shout. It's a
How?
good shout.
How?
Based on your complete unwavering love of all things Kane.
Okay, yeah.
Even when he has a bad game.
He'll take that. He'll take that.
But we've got
you can't even argue.
We've got on Twitter. So the people on Twitter voted 75 votes for this one. This was the most popular, like, just fan vote.
Alex.
And the fan votes only lasted an hour, or not an hour, 1 day. The player ones were up for 4 days, so they got a lot more votes. But the fan ones were only up for a day because I was too lazy to set the time to 4 days like the others. Number 1. Like with the guy with all of the stuff and the things, I'm sitting here smacking on my desk for a drum roll. You can tell.
The sheep just come on or something.
Yes, apparently. Alex Davies with 56% on Twitter.
Just 56.
Just 56% because coming in number 2 with 17.3%, Dietrich's Kane.
How?
Wah, 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 wah.
Number three.
Dietrich, I don't think you can say how when someone just said your love of Kane and you just went, yeah, fair point.
No, if I was like 5%, 7%, I'll agree. But like, how come Alex is 50? That makes no sense.
If you don't believe that, Dietrich, you're delusional, mate.
I can show you. You saw on my Twitter page. Just go to my Twitter feed at THFCRants. Go follow me on Twitter if you're watching the show. All 70 of you. Dietrich Kane in at number 2. At number 3 is Danny the Bun with 14.7%.
I said Danny was delusional, though.
Jeez. He's rational.
Fuck off, mate.
That's never happening.
Piss off, Bob.
And then Dietrich Kane comes in 4th again. No. Marcelo comes in 4th at 12%. So 12% of the Twitter field thinks that, like, that's saying Marcel does do his best work on Twitter, so I can understand why he would be less liked on Twitter. Let's see here. On YouTube, we have 70%. So obviously where Alex does most of his work, which is on YouTube, 70% of the populace, 120 votes, decided that Alex Davies was the most delusional. Coming in number 2 with almost cleaning up the remaining 30%, at 19%, Dietrich Kane.
Oh.
In at number 3, Marcelo with 8%.
Ooh.
And then in 4th, rounding out with a very small 3%, is Danny the Bun.
Bro,
and then the group chat here says 79% with 29 votes. So pretty decent vote tally. 79% Alex Davies. Coming in again with almost a dang near 20%, finishing out the rest. Dietrich Kane is 17%.
Oh my God.
Marcelo with 3%, and Danny the Bum with none.
I think it's quite obvious that both Alex and Dietrich Kane need to do some soul searching, man. You need to look in the mirror and ask yourself, what's the point?
Harry Kane.
No way. I don't know about that.
Well, that took a fucking dark
Yeah.
turn right there, didn't it?
How about you ask me to send you some philosophy books, and I'll do that.
Look at this comment from Will. You see it? People vote without knowing me. You see it? Without knowing Alex.
There you go, Will Howe. That's good. Hey, it's all right. It doesn't matter. A vote's a vote, right?
It matters to Dietrich's.
It does.
Yeah.
But you know what was funny? Okay, here's the funny part about that, right? So Danny and Marcelo were both a little bit insulted why I added them to that category. And I told them it was like, because after the first 2, I just couldn't think of anybody else. So I threw them in. But Dietrich's never complained. So I was never asked.
She should have added David Harris.
That would have been dangerous. Best.
You could have put me, but no one on Twitter would have known.
Yeah, nobody knows.
I was.
Yeah, Will did that.
I could have made one for like the most least known. No, I'm just joking.
I would gladly take that crown.
You probably, if I put best voice, that would be one that I could have put in there. I asked for topics in the chat, but I only got like 2 or 3, and none of it was like beards, and beards are boring. So, but the best fan panelist. So this is the best fan panelist, and the options were Mari, Ellie, Gogama, and Iggy.
Best steak.
So it's going to put you in a hard spot, David. Or not David, Brian.
How come Brian's not there? And Bob's
Dietrich, thank you, brother.
No,
Brian's on another one.
I did message Will go, what the fuck?
Brian's on another one. Brian's on another one. But we have the best fan panelist, Brian Daigle. The best fan panelist is...
So it's Iggy, Ellie. Who are the other two? Mari?
Gogama and Mari.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So let's go through it. So if this was the best hat competition, it would be Mari. If it was Empress of the Year and kindest woman on the planet, it would be Gugama.
Such a political fucking answer, man. Just
get off the fence, for fuck's sake, Get off the fence.
Listen, mate. Stop your fucking racket. Just because you're here giving it the large, mate.
Vote for the shortest.
Oh, mate, I swear to fucking God. I swear to Helen Grimstone, you are getting some shit, brother. All right, I'm sorry, Ellie, but I'm going to have to go Iggy. Just because I've known Iggy for a long time, and yeah, Iggy.
All right. Amir?
But Bob's bastard, by the way. Breaking news.
I think it's got
Iggy is Bob's bastard?
Bob's a bastard, yeah, breaking news.
I mean, if you look at him, you could swing it.
Yeah, so I think...
I guess. If Bob's like 90 years old. And in Nippon, I'd love to bring you on, mate, but we're already full, and I normally pull myself off, but I can't because I'm the one running the poll. So unfortunately, yeah. I'll bring. If you want to hang out in the back, you're welcome to hang out in the back and chat with us in the private chat.
Please do.
The Amir.
I think it's got to be Goguma for, you know, all the support that she gives, all the different Spurs channels, and you know, her backing of Songy. That's her boy. You know, that's the #1 legend. And yeah, I think it's got to be Goguma, 100%.
All right, Bob.
4 options. I've got 4 kids. It's like this is difficult, like, you know, choosing.
Oh, you haven't got me being political.
Hey,
listen, listen to you go.
4, but fortunately, I do have a favourite child, so it's easy for me.
Oh shit, yeah. Shut me up.
It's got to be Cuddly Iggy, my cuddly brother Iggy.
Cuddly eggs.
I love everyone, but I just love
Iggy the Pooh. Iggy the Pooh. That's a new one. I'm gonna make it up now. We'll have to break it out. We'll record it.
Yeah, man.
I forgot the words to Winnie the Pooh, so that's why I stopped.
It's it's original.
Yeah. For Iggy? Is that what we call him? Iggy the Pooh? Has anybody ever called him Iggy the Pooh?
No. Iggy the wanker. Iggy the
fucking Iggy.
Like, yeah, fucking Iggy.
Fucking Iggy. Pineapple Iggy.
Pineapple Iggy.
Abdul.
I'll probably say Goguma. She's like on all the different Spurs channels, just giving support. Yeah, she's everywhere. You know, she's also always in the chat, you know, greeting people when they first make a comment. She's always interacting with everybody. Yeah, man, she's doing a great job. So yeah, Goguma for sure.
Yeah. I think maybe this one didn't do because I think she's only ever come on my show that I remember. I could be wrong.
No, she's been on Eugene's a couple of times.
Oh, that's right. Yes, Persuasion. She goes on that one. Seen her there. But that show's always on so early for me, so I always have to watch it back. Yeah. Dietrix.
It has to be Google, man. Nicest person you can ever meet on YouTube, honestly.
Yeah.
She's the best.
Steak.
Mari.
I
just love his channel. It's hilarious. And yeah, that's really it.
Yeah. So if you notice, the 4 nominees were all the 4 people that I like the most. That's why they're there. So big up me for liking all of them. Dylan.
Like I said, I've literally been born about 3 minutes ago, so I'll go Goguma because I've seen it today.
You're good at picking people.
Yeah.
Scott.
Yeah, I probably go with Gogaba. Much like me, we're both known for being kind of kind and people that bring people together and the chat a lot. You know, we're both kind of bringing everybody together. So Gogaba is kind of similar to me, so I'll go with her.
Honestly, you're the funniest guy on the comment section. You're the funniest.
He's undercover funny.
Yep. And then
you can't just say yeah. What does it say?
It says.
Yep, I agree.
It says Will님이랑 Persuasion Man 한국 같고요. She means only me and Persuasion TV are the only shows that she's actually been a panelist on. Then we've got
last but not least,
Jason Groves.
Right, just remind me again, what's the poll for?
The best fan panelist.
Okay, because if it was for the best person, I would be voting for Gugama. But as far as panelist goes, I do love me some Iggy.
Yeah. So
he gets my vote. But if it comes to like the kindest, loveliest person, I would vote for Gugama all day, every day.
And in the Twitter, I'm not going to put this one in the chat because, you know, they're in the chat. So, and then, so on Twitter, we've got coming out barely edging out Gogama is Iggy at 37%, Gogama at 35.2%, Mari at 24.1%, and Ellie got the remainder. And then on YouTube, 50% for Iggy, 33% for Gogama, 8% for Ellie, and 9% for Mari. So very close all together. But Iggy ends up squeaking that one out. So the best fan panelist of 2020 is Iggy.
Iggy
if
loves.
you see Iggy, could you
Iggy
tell him to send me the
one out.
check, please, Bob?
That's right. So Iggy, send me your address, and I too will send you a very cheap hat that probably won't fit your head. And yeah, we got that going.
Guys, 4 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, I'm gonna love you and leave you. Thank you for having me on.
It's only 4. Like.
Yeah, it's only 4. It's only 4. My meds are kicking in. So,
Last. We got the last one up. If you just want to give your vote and go.
Yeah, let's go, man. Let's go.
All right, so we've got THFC's worst, aka God status, fan panelist of the season.
Oh, go yourself.
The options are
me.
What were the options?
I know what Dietrich's gonna pick.
Stell, Will, Bob Spur, and Brian Daigle.
Oh, I'm surprised. No, it has to be Stell. Has to.
So, do you know what? I don't understand what the worst, aka God status, means. That's the most oxymoronic opposite attract.
No, it's stat butts.
No, it's the worst, aka God status. You know what God status means? So God status means it's like the ultimate. Like in football ratings, you got tier 1, like this.
Worst.
It's like the ultimate best.
The worst. Yeah, that's
the ultimate worst. Okay, so this one I have no problem in voting for straight away. And the reason I vote for this person, he knows. And it's Bob Spur.
Right, we'll make a poll in the chat for this one.
It is blatantly Bob Spur for the abuse. I'm trying to find the HR department of the Tottenham community because Bob is going to be given so many warnings. I'm going for my best mate, my brother, Bob Spur. Love you.
I know who I'm voting for.
So, Amir.
What are the options again, Will? We got Daigle, Bob Spur, and who else?
Me and Stell.
You and Stell. It's a tricky
That's
one.
his vote, you and Stell.
Yeah.
So I'm just moving.
My heart goes with Bob, but I'm gonna have to go with Daigle and use my head because basically I think that Daigle is a huge reason that we got Conte in. Now that may sound a bit out there, but I do think the protests had an effect, and the Levy out chance after the El Sacchio against United.
I thought this was the worst.
Is this not the worst?
Oh wait, is this not the worst? Is this the best or the worst? I'm confused.
No, it's the worst.
Oh, it's the worst.
Like, you
that's
sound
it.
like you're
Brian
looking
Daigle,
in
Brian
the
Daigle.
opposite direction. But it's too
Brian
late
Daigle.
now. You voted for it.
Yeah, Brian's a vote.
Brian.
That's
It
right.
started
All right,
out. It
Daigle, you're
started
the
out
worst.
as the worst, but then I flipped it at the end to make it God sent to make it the best.
Oh, then I want to take my vote back. Bob, me. I'm voting for me.
All right, Brian. Because it's my show, my rules, my polls, my rules, right? So.
Well, I was going to vote for you, but I'm not now.
Yeah, so in which case I stick with Daigle then, for putting that pressure on Levy. Yeah, no, Bekif. I think it's great that we got Conte in, and now we can really push on for next season, and hopefully, touch wood, finally bring some silverware home to the lane because it's well overdue, lads. It's well overdue.
It is. Bob?
Yeah, Daigle because he's a cunt.
There goes the green dollar sign.
Already gone when you're smoking and drinking.
Yeah, exactly.
Daigle or Abdul?
Okay, so I realized all 4 candidates are bald, so take that how you like.
Yeah,
It's true.
Brian
only by choice.
I'm gonna say for the worst fan panels, I'm gonna go with Stel because he said that we weren't gonna get top 4, and I have not seen him since we got top 4. I know he's on a trip, but I don't care. I have not seen him since we got top 4.
He took his medicine on Tottenham away.
yeah, it was on Tottenham away last night. I was on,
Okay, ripped.
and he got cooked.
He got
Oh, wait, but on this show, I have not seen him on here. So
That is
I'm gonna
true.
Go for him. I'm gonna go for him.
Good deal. Dietrich?
I have to go with you. The worst, it's you. Not even a question.
Wait, have we gone back to the worst now or the best?
Yeah,
I'm getting so confused with this.
It's the best.
It's whatever
On
you want.
Twitter,
It's the ultimate.
on Twitter, it
it's
said
the
the worst. There was nothing.
I know.
about
I said
commentators.
I switched it. It's my. I won, so I switched
Okay,
You
it.
can't switch it after the votes.
I can. It's my show. I do it.
This is why, ladies and gentlemen.
You know why he's doing this? Because he got voted the worst.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna read the results.
I'm sure you will.
Go for it, Steak.
Is this the best or worst?
Whichever you
Whatever
prefer.
want.
Okay, if it's the worst, then you will. If it's the best, then probably go for Stel.
The best is Stell, the worst is me. Okay.
Yeah.
This is the most fucked up
Dylan?
vote I've ever seen.
Can we get Parzival in for some of these awards? He needs.
Yeah.
He's got to be the best. No, best. I'll go Brian because I've seen him twice, so puts him up there. I don't
good.
even know. Yeah.
All right. Scott?
I like going after Dylan. He has such great. I've seen him twice. That's enough. I would go for Daigle. Obviously Canadian and love his Levy out. But I'm sorry, like where there's smoke, there's fire, and I gotta believe this dwarf porn stuff. So he's got to be out for me. Bob Spur and I go back and forth a lot here, but I've talked to him through WhatsApp, and when it's one-on-one, he's actually a good guy. He's not the mean guy he comes off always bullying me and others like that. So give him Will. Even though I push back on the stats, I actually agree with him quite a bit. So can't vote him. So I guess that leaves somebody who I quite enjoy watching on YouTube, but for everything. So that means that my vote's for Stel.
Yeah, and I picked these 4 because I knew that our egos could handle the shot. I trust me, I had other people in mind for this, but that would have been dangerous. Jason.
Well, purely because you're now viewed as a coward, I'm going to vote for Will. No, the worst is definitely Will, because he's got to be the biggest wind-up fucking merchant I've ever seen on YouTube, and he loves it. The best, Brian, all day, every day. No
Cheers,
doubt.
Jake, brother.
All righty. So the poll in the chat: 47% for Stell, 32% for me, 16% for Bob, and Brian comes in last.
Well, I'm taking that as good because you're voting for the worst, so it means I'm the least worst. So.
But that one actually says God status on it, though.
So I don't care. They've misunderstood the question. I'll get
And
my
then
legal
on
team.
Twitter, I came in first with 50-something%. Hold on, let me find it again. Somehow I ended up on Dietrich's page. That's not what I want to be on.
See, you love me. No.
No, it's just because you were in my mentions earlier today. Where'd it go?
Steak.
It's not steak. 37.7% for Stell, 42.6% for Will, 4.9% for Bob, and 14.8% for Brian Daigle. And this is when it actually said the worst.
And you know, like 4.9. There's only one vote there, and that was my vote.
61 votes. Is that the math? No, 61 votes, 5%. That might be yours.
Yeah.
Might be more than one. Let's see. 61 divided. No, there was going to be
3 votes, right?
Yeah, 3 votes.
Oh, 3 votes. Okay.
So 2 other people thought Bob was the worst.
That's Kim and Brian.
You know what? I did actually vote for myself.
Brian Daigle voted for himself. On YouTube, 30% for Stowe, 56% for me,
Wow.
2% for Bob Spur, and 12% for Brian Daigle again. But Brian Daigle, to be honest with you are a little bit of a polarizing figure to some people.
Oh no,
I get comments about people that don't like you, dude. They don't like every time you're on a show, man. They're like, I don't like that Brian Daigle guy. But most of them are positive. Let
them come on and tell me why.
See, John Fitzpatrick.
I'd love to chat. I don't mind.
John Fitzpatrick says Daigle is the GOAT.
My brother.
And he says Will is a GOAT. Well, thank you very much, John. I appreciate that. So the winner is the worst, aka God status, is myself, Will Stewart. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I accept this award to all my fans and followers. If you hate me so much, why do you watch my shows?
Yeah.
That's what I'm asking.
Just like everyone else.
The next one is one that is a personal award for me. And this is the last official award. And that is the ultimate THFCRants supporter. And that one goes to Gogama. Not only are you a mod here, you super chat far more than you should. You help monitor. You always tell people to like and subscribe. Just a wonderful person all around. So yeah, you are the ultimate THFCRants supporter.
Go on.
Make a round of applause.
Go on, Goguma.
Goguma.
Legend.
If you want a hat, you know how to get in contact with me, and I'll send you one. But yeah, and that's it for the official awards. Now we're just gonna go into the goofy ones. So Bob, if you need jet, you can jet.
Yeah, man. Love you all. Big up. Big up the NHS. 24-hour charity stream to come. Probably Tuesday.
So Tuesday, check out Bob Spur TV. You don't have to go far. Just tap on the channel tab on my channel. You're already on my channel now. Bob's face is the one in the middle there. Just punch him in the face, and it'll send it you to his channel. And give him a subscribe and check out his show.
Big up, come on, you Spurs. Big up the NHS. See you soon.
Bob.
And, you don't have to thank me. We thank you, Gogama, for all your support. Everybody does. I'm glad you found us and that we found you. But now let's bring in Arteta and fucking Woolwich. He's been waiting very patiently in the back. Thank you very much. Welcome to the show.
Steak. How are you doing?
We're doing well. How are you doing?
I'm good. Arsenal in the mud. Liverpool miss out on a trophy. Vinicius Jr., Thibaut Courtois, although he's a snake. Good job.
You covered everything. That was a good intro, right? I enjoy it. So now, what other awards would we like to give out tonight on the show? Does anybody have any examples?
I'd like to give all of you an award as someone who doesn't support Tottenham. That you're one of my favorite Spurs channels. I found you on Henry Wright TV. Shout out to him if he's listening, which I doubt he'll probably be asleep.
Yeah, so you're NS Sport in the chat then. Good. Welcome to the show, mate. Appreciate it. I've noticed you there. You're a good follower of a lot of different football channels. You must like football in general, or you just...
Look, that's why I'm called NS Sports TV, not NS Chelsea TV. In fact, that logo is being changed to my own logo. My graphic designer is actually working on one. So that Chelsea logo won't be there anymore.
Good deal.
Because I'm a football fan first and foremost. Unless I'm on a Chelsea channel, I always take my blue tinted glasses off.
That's good. That's good. I like people who like to be rational and reasonable and as least biased as possible. That's why me and Dietrich don't get along. But thank you for the award. I appreciate it, man, and welcome to the show. And thank you for joining. Thank you for waiting very patiently. I wish StreamYard at some point, with all the updates they're making and adding music, I wish they would just let us add 12 people, right? Like it would fill out.
in the screen, isn't there?
Yeah, I don't know why they don't. Maybe it's a bandwidth thing. I don't know. But I wish they would. That would make it a lot easier. If they had 12. Although the 4-4-2 thing for football is kind of fun, but it is what it is. Let's go and kind of look at the comments here. What award would you guys like to give out?
Give myself a steak cup.
A steak cup? The steak cup?
Yeah, why not?
Josh says the biggest shithouse fan. Yes, you can plug your channel.
Okay. Oh, the biggest shithouse fan is actually not. I'm assuming we're talking about Spurs only.
No, it could be anywhere, dude. He's just said biggest shithouse fan, not Spurs. It could be anything in football. Who's the biggest?
I'm gonna say Hussam from This Is Football. Although his team lost tonight, he is one of the funniest football fans I've seen on Twitter and on YouTube.
The funniest, the guy who loves the banter.
Yep, and he loves to slander Woolwich as much as I do, and pretty much everyone in this stream. So yeah, bonus points just for that.
Well, anybody who likes to slander Woolwich is a friend here. Brian,
look, an enemy. Have you heard the term? An enemy of an enemy is a friend. That's why I get along with so many That's why I get along with so many Spurs supporters, because we have one common enemy.
It seems like a lot of Chelsea fans dislike us more than Arsenal.
I'm not one of those Chelsea supporters.
Like Roy Jennings.
I was going to say he gets.
No,
my
Rory
vote
Jennings
for a
dislikes
shithouse fan.
Spurs more than he dislikes Arsenal.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like he dislikes Tottenham more than he dislikes Arsenal. There are some Spurs fans that dislike Chelsea more than dislike Arsenal too.
Yeah,
what about you,
I'm
Will? Who do you
actually
dislike
really
more,
leaning
Woolwich
in
or
that
Chelsea?
direction.
Sorry, what was that?
Who do you dislike more, Woolwich or Chelsea?
Me, Arsenal for me.
Arsenal.
Chelsea.
Arsenal by far.
Chelsea.
Arsenal.
I'm going to be honest. I probably dislike Chelsea more than I do Arsenal these days.
Me too.
Hate
I'm being
Arsenal
honest.
more because they're our rivals. Hate Chelsea because I'm human.
Yeah, that's
There you go.
perfectly said. Perfect.
But on the award, I've got three people that can get this award. Can I give it to 3 people?
Sure.
Okay, so number 1, DT for being the prick he is. Number 2 is the biggest mouth that comes out of the filth, which is that dude Egel. And I need to see that dude. He goes, "Come on, Spurs man, come outside."
Oh, Egel.
Go sit in the,
Come
go sit in the,
outside, Tottenham fans. Where are you? Where are you, Spurs fans?
Exactly. Listen, mate, go sit in the shade where you belong and come out next season. But the biggest, easiest by a country fucking mile is the boy Hotspur. What an absolute fucking weapon that man is. So that's where he belongs. He can delightfully own that trophy. The biggest cock on YouTube, and not just football.
Hey, Arsenal fans, if you're listening to this, come outside, Arsenal fans. Where are you?
They did not keep their powder dry, and it has well bit them in the arse this year.
No, like this, guys. I was trying to. Oh, biggest shithouse fan. Okay. I was trying to. What was I gonna say now? I lost my train of thought. Oh, you remember that? I was trying to find that video. Remember that video on AFTV with a guy there doing that like dance? We got the youngest. We got the greatest. We're getting top 4, baby. Yeah.
Oh god, that man.
Oh, that's posted on AFTV extras, I think.
Yeah.
Look at the guy put in the private chat. He is one hell of a tool as well.
Julian, yeah. Julian as
Yeah,
well.
who's the biggest shit house?
Who's the one
He's
that
the same
drips
dude who
himself
said
in Arsenal
Arteta
merch from
would be
AFC?
as good as Fergie.
Hi,
What the
Joe.
hell is he smoking?
Yeah,
You know that Julian is the chairman of our club, right? Thank you very much. That's Julian.
Yeah,
who's
that's
also
why
the
he is an absolute tool.
To be fair, I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, yeah, next time I watch a Julian video, I'm going to say, I didn't know.
Welcome!
Stop.
Welcome!
Stop.
How's everybody doing?
What?
It is Wednesday!
Steak.
I love it when I forget that I changed the buttons on my thing, and
It fits. It's okay. You can play that.
but I was gonna put that up there with a laugh.
Thank God, my face is in the right place. I can't miss it.
I got
But,
leave it on 2 screens.
So shithouse fan Amir.
I give it to the whole Arsenal lot, to be honest. The whole lot of them. I mean,
Actually, Turkish, I don't mind.
Legend.
apart from
He's a solid
Lee,
guy.
apart from Lee,
Yeah.
actually, Lee's the only
And
one.
Lee,
that speaks
Lee
a bit
Gunner's
of sense.
okay, and Turkish.
Yeah,
And Lee Judges.
Lee's the
Lee
only
Actually,
one of them.
fuck Ty. Fuck him.
Oh,
Lee
Ty's an
Gunner.
absolute bellend.
No,
I swear the
you know
Arsenal
what?
fans don't like him
Yeah,
either.
all
No,
they
whenever
got
he
was-
has an argument, the only thing he
It's like
finds
Ali
back is
Stevie, but
invincible.
worse.
Invincible.
Jay,
Are
do
you
you know what it is?
invincible? You got
Jay.
invincible?
Jay, I've
Bit
actually
press
spoken
North
to-
End.
League in 2004?
So I've spoken to Ben and Simeon about this, and apparently Ty, away from the cameras, is one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. Put him in front of the camera and talk
I'm
about
sure
Arsenal.
Daigle.
Right,
I'm sure he is, but he
Belly.
speaks the
I got into a
amount
spat
of
with him
nonsense.
once.
I watched the
Oh,
one
on camera, he's a deluded motherfucker.
deluded.
Oh,
Deluded.
Off screen, apparently he's meant to be. I've never met him,
Well, I
but
can only
Ben and
judge
Simeon
him
say
on
he's
what he
actually a
puts
really
out.
tough dude.
Brian, I have. and you're right about him. And I actually got into a spat with him. He says, like it was after they beat us at the bridge. I was like, he was like, I got into the whole like, oh, when's the last time you won the Premier League? And he was like, oh, is yours gold? Is yours gold? And all that. And I said, put your European stuff on the table. Even Tottenham have more European silverware than you. The team you call bottlers. Yeah, those bottlers have more European trophies than Arsenal. Hold that.
I bet that went down well.
I have for people who don't know, I have a clip on my...
For me.
Sounds like a lead balloon.
I have a clip on my channel as well. Where I've super chatted him a couple times. And
that's brilliant. They're brilliant.
The part is it needed a finisher because that was at the beginning of the season and it looked like I was about to have egg on my face, right? But he didn't do the watch alongs anymore, so I wanted to finish it off with the last game of the season and be like, "Hey, Ty, it's top 4 still," just to finish that video out all together. So, and as if you don't know, on my channel, there's a video where in preseason, I super chatted AFTV when they were doing a watch along. And I said, so you're going to get, and Ty said they were going to get top 4. This was in preseason. And I said, so you're going to go from 8th to top 4. And you called Tottenham fans deluded. And Robbie read it out live on the stream. And then I think it was after the first or second game when we were in first or second, third. I did it again. And he just went off. He lost it on air and was like screaming at me. And I didn't get to finish it off. I wanted to super chat in there and get Ty one last time. Would have been fun.
They're a group of delusional, completely off their head. I think there was one of them. I don't know what his name was, but they were ripping up their season tickets at the beginning of the season, and they're a real bunch, those lot. But I am gonna have to bow out, gents. It's been a real pleasure. Thank you, Will, for hosting, and
anytime.
And thanks everyone else for everyone's input. And just a quick shout out. I do have a podcast. It's not football related. It's called the Open Peace Podcast. It would mean the world to me and my team. If you hopped on by, checked it out, subscribe, like, do all that jazz. We have had Daigle on as a special guest. And recently we have actually had a Holocaust survivor come on and share his experience with me. I think it's really important as well that we get people like that to come on. In a few generations, there won't be any of them left around to tell the story. We're trying to promote a more peaceful world. Obviously, with all these horrible wars going on, we need more people to promote peace and peace and love and chill, watch the football, and crack on.
Look at Guma. She's already on it in the chat. She's throwing your link in there for everybody. If they want to go and subscribe, they can. They can find it later. You can do it. You can jump over there now and do it. Or also, the live chat is always live after the fact as well. So if you are watching this after the fact, you can look in the live chat, and those links are still there. Thanks for coming on, man. Appreciate it. It's always good having you on.
I'm here. We're speaking. I'm in London.
Yeah, sure thing, Dave. We'll get on to me, lad.
Will do, brother.
Guys. Bye now.
Are you in Canada, Brian?
I am indeed, but I'll be in London on Thursday.
Nice.
I'm in Canada, and I'm not going to be in London on Thursday.
Dylan, what do you think? Biggest shithouse fan in all of football?
I could pick anyone from AFTV. I've got to give it Ty, though. I don't think on camera at least, obviously I don't know him off camera, but nothing really processes in his head that should be processing. It's like the stuff that he says and the way he defends himself and his club are the worst things ever. What's that one? It was like, it's raining. You've got to remember, Robbie, it was raining.
Well, I was against Watford.
Yeah.
A classic.
But
all those, just crazy.
Yeah. Abdul, what do you think?
Oh my God, there's so many rival fans that just talks out of their ass. Oh my goodness. I could just name you a couple. From the Man United fan base, Adam McCullough, he just talks out of his ass all the goddamn time. The amount of times he just disrespects Son, calls him overrated, calls Son a bottler. The amount he just shits on Son constantly. Doesn't give
Who's that?
Son any credit. Adam McCullough.
And why haven't you tagged me?
Oh, I thought you knew about it. Adam McCullough is one of the biggest. Like, he's one of the biggest.
He's
No.
so
Yeah, no.
annoying, that Adam McCullough. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, because he doesn't really like
the guy on the
tweet it. It's-
kickoff?
Yeah, kickoff. Yeah,
Yeah.
with,
Okay,
with,
yeah. Man,
no,
or
he's
Man
bad, but
United
he's not
fan?
the worst.
yeah, Man United.
Yeah,
fan.
yeah, I know what you're talking about now. The name
Yeah,
didn't
he just-
register
he-
at first.
He talks out of his ass. Rory Jennings.
Oh no,
he's
he is
also-
still on there, isn't he? Yeah.
He was just there today for the Champions League.
Yeah,
watch
he is
long.
still on there. I was thinking of Mark
Yeah.
Goldbridge, who used to be on there, who isn't anymore.
Oh no, I like Monk Goldbridge.
I was going to
think
say
he's pretty,
he's not that bad, but yeah.
yeah, he's pretty rational. Also, there's one fan that he doesn't really talk a lot of shit. He just annoys me. I think he's a Liverpool fan. What's his name? Doyle. He's on those Don Robbie watch-alongs.
I
don't
know who
man.
you're
There's
talking about, but yeah.
He just kind of irks me. I just feel like he doesn't like talk shit about Tottenham or rival fans, but it's more like he hypes up his team so much to make it
That's
seem like
pretty
they're like
much
the
all
greatest.
Liverpool fans, though.
Yeah, like they're just annoying. Like they can't like they hype up their whole team, and you would think that they're winning the quadruple every year. But then you're like, okay, you have the best goalie according to you. You have the best defense, the best midfield, the best bench, the best forward. But you came second in the Premier League and you lost to Real Madrid. Like, you know, it's like it makes sense, you know. And I think that's why I just one thing about Liverpool that just irks me, they're fans. And I think Doyle him. Nothing, I guess it's not really personal, but I guess he just irks me for some reason. Yeah.
Dietrich's?
For me, it has to be Mr. Spurs. I cannot stand this guy. The most disrespectful, honestly, the most disrespectful, the worst fan you can ever meet. And this guy, the things he says on Twitter, he should be banned. On my
Who is
life.
this guy?
Dietrich, don't get me started on that, dude, please.
He's got a channel. It's like I can't remember the name of his channel. If you just search Mr. Spurs and YouTube, I think you can find it. But
Or just type in prick.
yeah, I mean he's. Oh yeah, I got a lot of messages from people that I didn't even realize. I never check my Instagram messages.
Wait.
One from Brian, or at least Tottenham on tour. Maybe that's the other guy. Carterman. I do have an Instagram, by the way. Obviously, I don't use it very often. But if you want to follow me on Instagram, you can.
Yeah, I just did.
Yeah. If you go to the About page on my channel, it has all of my social links. We've got all of them there. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, the merch shop, the Patreon, all that stuff is linked in the About section. Probably also too in the description down below. To be honest, I don't know what's there. I usually just copy and paste most of it and change the first paragraph. Because I'm lazy. Who's next? Steak?
Probably has to be Ty. Yeah, it just chats nonsense. Doesn't make sense. Did you watch the overlap? What Sky made?
It's brilliant.
Oh
it's
no, I
annoying.
wanted to reach through the fucking monitor and strangle him. Oh,
Yeah,
he was so annoying.
He just kept screaming over everybody. That's
No,
there's a
but
lot of people that
it's-
do that. There's a lot of dumb
it's-
people.
Yeah, it's a man child.
His whole argument is Invincibles. That's it.
According to him, he won the debate against me and him.
Yeah, most people who are irrational say that.
Basically,
Dietrich's.
I ended the whole argument by saying Tottenham have more European trophies than Arsenal.
Yeah. Scotty?
To be honest, most of the guys you're mentioning, I know very little about. Obviously, I think I've said it before. I don't watch other people. Like I am aware of AFTV, but I couldn't tell you what any of them individually do or whatnot. So I'll say I don't want to give them too much publicity. Not that it is, but yeah, boy, Hotspur is a prick. The other guys seem to be fans of their club, and maybe they do some crazy things because of that. But he's just a straight out prick. Nothing to do with being a fan. Nothing to do with supporting his club. So he'll get my vote.
There you go.
Good deal, Jason.
I've got 3 people. The boy Hotspur is the biggest fuck nugget ever born.
Oh, I didn't know.
Then second on that list is Igal, and then Ty.
Igal is delusional beyond belief.
Igal is just he's like nails on a chalkboard to me, that kid. Like just can't he just does my head in. And Ty, I kind of feel sorry for Ty because and this is not going to sound good, but I feel like there's a mental deficiency with him somewhere. You know what I mean? Like, I just do. I just do. But Gal, like, can't do him. Cannot do him. And Bob Hotspur, boy Hotspur, is just a nasty human being.
Yep.
He is just. And that's it for me.
Yeah. And then for me, like, I want to be nice and pick somebody not from the Spurs fan base.
Be careful. Be careful.
I said I'm going to be nice and pick somebody not from the Spurs fan base. Jeez, D-Truth.
Well, why are you picking on so many of your own fans?
Well, we're only picking on one, and if you knew him, he is a nasty slug of a human being.
I could give it to the boy Hotspur. If I'm going to pick somebody from my own fan base, I could pick the boy Hotspur. That's safe. It's okay to hate him. There are other people that check that box.
He's a racist prick. I mean, that's what
He's
he
a
is.
racist. He's had different media about my mental health. He has a go at Ben and Simeon.
Had to go at me apparently, and then deleted it. Unfortunately, I didn't get to watch it.
He's just a vile human being.
Oh, I got a good one for the next one. So we're done with. So boy Hotspur is
Did
going to
you
be
say
the winner.
Careful, and you said Mr. Spurs. You were the guy that said the most controversial one of them all.
Dietrich said it, not me.
No, I said it. I don't care. I hate this guy. I hate him.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I just think it's funny that you said to Will to be careful, and you brought up the one.
Well, we didn't want Will to pick him.
Yeah. I do have one that I think will just be funny, just because I'm curious. We got Josh in the back. Do I have a Josh song? Do I have a Josh song?
You have a Jason song, but you didn't play it. I was very disappointed.
Oh, sorry. Josh, the Tottenham guy, is in the house. What's going on, fella?
What's up, guys? You good?
Good.
Steak.
Yeah, steak, filet mignon. You've got me for like the next 15, 20 minutes before I go to sleep.
You should go to sleep now, man. No, I'm just kidding. You can stay.
No.
So the question is, okay, best Will character.
Oh, the football, bro. The football.
So we've got the characters are, we have BJ, right? The boring Hotspur. And we've got Gilson. And who else do we have? Do I have any more characters that I do?
Will Winnie.
That's it.
Will Stewart.
Oh, yeah, he's not a character, though. I think that's it, man. But now that I've hit that. Oh, there we go. All right, so it's in there. The vote is in. Brian, which one is your favorite? BJ, the boring Hotspur, or Gilson?
I think you're going to know the answer to this one. He made his debut on my show, and I lost my shit with laughter, and I honestly, ribs were hurting bad that day. WillTHFCRants. It's BJ all day long.
BJ, he's doing good. He's doing good. He's Joe Lewis's new pool boy now. The other guy was lost at sea and apparently eaten by sharks. I can't remember what his name was now.
JB.
No, it wasn't JB. It was like, I can't remember. It was like, I can't remember who the pool boy was. He says, Will tell you. Yep, Bobspur did call him out. Said he called out the boy around 6 months ago. Told him to come and show he wouldn't. He's just waiting for hearing from him. Yeah, anybody is, man, dude. Anybody who doesn't like me wants to come on for a debate, they can debate me. I'll do it anytime. He called me out too, but he never did it. But Dylan,
I'm just a bit clueless here, so
okay.
You can just move past me.
So let's see. That is Gilson.
All right.
Gilson. Yeah. Fuck you guys.
And then there's BJ, which is an old school one. BJ hasn't been on the channel in a while. And then the boring hot. Do you know who the boy Hotspur is?
I know who that is. Yeah.
So I do a character called the Boring Hotspur, and I have these big giant like Elton John glasses, and I put gray dye in my beard. And Stelios, you bore me. Welcome to your daily moaning.
I'll go with that one. Gray dye in your beard. The effort deserves a bit of credit there.
And the glasses too, you know.
Yeah.
BJ has effort too. Like BJ wears.
BJ put some effort in.
Yeah, I got a wig for BJ. And then I don't have the glasses. I have the wig right here, so I guess I can do that, but people don't know. But yeah, I take so BJ is my cousin. Yeah, and he doesn't really know anything about foosball.
Where did you get that wig from?
We talking
20s.
It's sticking me in my eyeballs right now. I get to this. I gotta set it up right. Yeah, but BJ is fun, and then Gilson, you know, is you know who Brian Hill is?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's Brian Hill.
Oh.
Yeah. I see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck you guys. Fuck that young mid-side. He took my spot.
When will Perisic be announced?
Probably Monday is what they're saying, or something like that. Steak, who's your favorite character?
Gilson.
Gilson?
He was on one of my first shows here, so yeah.
Everybody's got good memories with the first character that they've come on with. Brian and BJ and other stuff. Jason?
It's got to be BJ for me. OG BJ. There you go.
And for people, do you remember why he's BJ? Brian, do you remember why he's BJ?
Yeah, because it was Brian, Jack, and my main Jake.
Yep.
Was on the screen to BJ.
It's BJ. And yeah.
Are they both midgets?
Oh, mate. Mr. Steak Tourette's.
Scott.
I was gonna say Gilson, but I know Bryce is quite in love with him, so I'm worried if I start speaking about my like for him, he might come after me. Sort of like Nick and Danny, how that goes. So I'll say the Boring Hotspur. It's so bang on. It just really roasts him perfectly, and I know it must.
That's my personal
eating
favorite,
him up.
yeah.
He must be pissed when he sees every time you do it. So
yeah, I need to start doing more. This summer I'm going to start doing a lot more shorts. So I'm sure all of those characters are going to start showing up more. So if you want to see all of these characters, most of them are on my TikTok. That's where a lot of those characters clips are. So Follow me on TikTok. Abdul.
Probably BJ. This is the good time. When I think of BJ, I just think of Ryan Mason in charge. I feel like, I don't know, for some reason that's what I think about. It was such a shitty time as a Spurs fan. Oh my goodness, we were in an absolute shithole at that time. So yeah, BJ.
Yeah, it's a funny story. I actually bought this wig because in 17-18 I went as Mauricio Pochettino for Halloween. No joke.
Such a loser.
Dietrich's?
Did anybody know who you was?
No. Nobody but my mother.
Fucking worst costume ever.
I had the MP on this training kit and everything, man. It was good. Dietrich's?
Gilson, because he insults you, so that's why I like him.
That works. Arteta and fuck Woolwich, NC Sport? NS Sport, sorry.
I'm just gonna go with what everyone else is saying and say Gilson.
Gilson's a fun one too. I need to put the clip of that. I think it was the first or second episode with Gilson. It might have been the second. He was talking trash about Son, and I, knocked his head off. Literally. That was funny. Josh?
You took the wind right out of my sails, man. It was a tie-up between BJ and Gilson, but Gilson simply because of that skit that you did where you punched his head off. Yeah, it was brilliant.
Yeah, that was funny. But the audience says 50% the boring Hotspur. So that means I guess the boring Hotspur needs to make start making some more returns to the channel. I wish I could, if anybody knows about the area or if has a garden that looks similar to his and can take a photo and DM it to me.
I could tell you the area he lives in, but I'll tell you that off air.
But like Sean Butler, if you ever watch this back, you look like you live in an area that's similar. If you can take a picture of
most of England, to be honest,
your garden,
vary that much.
Send it to me so I can put it behind me. I have a green screen. I can make it really good. I wish I could get a picture. Like, if I could find a way, I could probably clip him in his house and then just make myself on this green screen bigger than he is and cover that and make it look really good. If I really put some effort into this stuff, I could really make it a really good thing. And we've got Amir here. Big up, Amir. Thanks for coming on the show, man. Thank you very much. Becoming the 5th and final member that we set a target for at the beginning of the show. I appreciate it. Joining the Williams Rangers level. So thank you very much, Amir. Appreciate that. Big up to you. And if your channel is monetized, I will return the flavor. And Goguma says, do it. Okay, well, I'll try. Yeah, if I ever got to a point where I was doing this channel full time, I could have a lot of fun. I could do a lot of cool stuff. Unfortunately, I'm a busy man. Brian Daigle became a member.
He did, and I didn't become the level everyone thought I might be.
You could have. I would have made you a different one. Thank you very much, Brian. Do you guys have members over there at Tottenham on Tour?
Not yet. So
when you get members on Tottenham on Tour, I will become a member of your channel.
Yeah, we got £40 a month.
Sweet. Big echo now all of a sudden.
There's an echo.
Echo. Bob sent me when I got one. The big echo. What is going on with that? It's gone now.
It stopped.
I've got an award idea.
What?
The most underrated Spurs channel of the year.
It was pretty smart marketing for me, wasn't it? He was like, "You're more than welcome. I couldn't join at the leave you." It's that upsell, right? You gotta get that upsell.
It's small business there. Small business.
We'll zoom in. Yeah, we'll get football stuff here in a second. But what were you gonna say, Josh? The underrated channel?
Yeah, the most underrated Spurs channel of the year.
Most underrated Spurs channel of the year?
Oh, easy.
I say Mari, dude.
He's up there.
Brian?
Shelf side. Has to be. You know what? They've come a long way this year, and they're brilliant people as well.
Yeah, they've been around for a long time. I think they started about the same time I did. So you probably you give it a shout.
They're picking up. You know what? They're all great people, apart from Nick. If you're still watching, and if you're not, love you, Nick. But if you are watching, see you soon.
Dylan?
Sorry, my audio cow. What are we doing?
Most underrated Spurs channel of the season.
This season. Ooh.
To me, it's like it's a smaller channel, but the content's really good.
Okay, newest one. I know who.
Right. You know, I'd give it to your channel right here.
Thank you very much. My channel, underrated. On the US side, I'm not really small. I'm like, because I'm big over here. Like in North America, I think Brian has the largest Spurs channel in North America. I have the largest one in America. So compared to the UK, we're small, but over here, we're a little bit big.
That's what I mean. I haven't seen any of these other channels until recently, so that's why I'll give it here.
That's why.
Good deal. I'll take it. I'll take a nomination.
It promotes smaller channels as well, which I think is great. It's a great idea to do.
Yeah, we have a lot, and anybody can come on. It's open to everybody. We had a guy on here, said 2 words and smoked a cigarette all night and said weird things in the private chat, right? So we invite everybody on, as long as they keep their bits in their in the right places. Steak.
I've got 2. One's the Kaufman Company, and the second one is Tottenham Tantrum Gold.
Tottenham Tantrum Gold. It's Tottenham Gold now, ain't it?
Yeah.
I think so. Okay.
You don't pay attention, dude.
I haven't been on it for a while. That's enough steak.
Bob's for TV. Perzival TV. Big up Perzival, though. Thank you for joining on. We've got Jason Gross. Who's your most underrated show?
I don't know if they're the most underrated, but I do like Paxton Road TV.
Paxton Road TV?
Yeah.
I haven't been on there in a while.
I do like that channel.
They invite me on and then don't invite me for like 9 months and then invite me on again. They're going to get mad that I say that. They always get bugged when I do it. Scotty?
You're muted, Scott.
He said he'll be gone for around 5 minutes.
Okay.
All right. 11:39. That was 10 minutes ago. No, 5 minutes ago. Abdul.
I don't know if you guys know about Dr. Tottenham podcast. You guys know them, Dr. Tottenham.
Yeah.
Very good content. They pretty much release weekly, like 1 hour clips of like the past games. Yeah, Dr. Tottenham podcast, extremely underrated. They have banter. They have they have guests that come on, very informative. Yeah, that's a top-notch Tottenham podcast, and they probably only have like 750 subscribers or something. Yeah, I think
but I think their podcast though is actually pretty big, like on Spotify.
Chris Cowling is my vote, most underrated.
We didn't say overrated, Jason.
No, that'll be last word on Spurs.
Yeah, well, they're up there with him.
Dieterichs?
I have 4. I have Dan THFC, pretty underrated.
It's a good channel.
Oh yeah.
Eugene is pretty,
Yeah, good channel.
the Three Boys.
Three Spurs boys.
Yeah, it's pretty underrated. Sean Butler, it's pretty underrated too. And you guys are gonna make fun of me, but I think Alex Davis' channel is pretty underrated. Like, it's funny. No, it's hilarious. I love his channel, honestly.
I don't know if I would necessarily call Sean's underrated because he got to 1,000 subscribers in like 5 or 6 months. So that's not
It's shorter
necessarily
than that, bro.
underrated.
That was probably like 2 months I got that, to be fair.
Yeah, he got it pretty quick.
Okay,
No,
so,
it's 5.5, 6 months.
Yeah, he started in November.
but the Three Boys, the Three Boys, like the show with Alistair Gold was the
Oh
best.
yeah. It's
Mate,
good.
listen.
Yeah.
I just said, well, if it was newest channel, it's the Three Spurs Boys by a billion miles. A billion.
I never knew Gold was so cool like that. I never knew.
I'll tell you one Spurs.
Yeah, 'cause normally he doesn't go on other people's channels.
Enough, and he
What's that?
deserves more subscribers. Premier Hotspur TV.
Good shout.
Good shout.
Simon's been around for a very, very, very well, not a very, very, very long time, but a while. He's had a channel before me. In fact, he was one of the channels. One of his channel. His channel is one of the, the first 3 or 4 that I subscribed to. I mean, back when me and Brian first started, we started about the same time. Like on YouTube, it was like a month difference from each other, a month and a half. Before that, there wasn't. It was like Matt, David, We Are Tottenham TV, Expressions,
Paxton.
Paxton Road started around about the same time we did too.
Yeah.
Henry Wright.
Henry Wright, I think, even started after us.
Yeah, I think he started before us.
Did he?
I think, not 100% sure.
He started with Tobbs and Fuad. They did the 3 show together.
Toby
Captain Tom's.
Fuad. Yeah, they're good shouts.
Yeah. So, but I mean, Premier Hotspur TV is one a lot of people don't know about.
He still didn't hit a 1K, right?
No.
They're about 700-800. Yeah.
Oh, that's criminal. That's criminal.
But Josh,
I've actually got 2 that I'm going to throw out there because I think they both deserve the acknowledgement. First one is Hotspur Hood, Tommy Talks Ball. I think Tommy's channel is absolutely
he's bigger than me though.
No, I don't think he's got the audience that you do though, man. Like he only gets like I don't think he gets
The live audience, yeah.
The second one I want to throw out there as well was this kid is the future of Spurs YouTube. Lily White Lane, Robbie, absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, Robbie's a nice kid. Yeah, when he gets old enough to do streams, I'm sure that'll be fun.
He's been a guest on a couple of my streams. He's a really, really nice kid, to be honest with you. Really knowledgeable as well.
No, I like Robbie. Wayne Bonner asks, Will, when did I start my channel? I started my channel on March 28th, 2001.
Do you remember this kid that had a YouTube channel then stopped last year?
Wait a minute, 2001?
2021, sorry.
What's it say?
What is the name of the guy that used to have a channel then stopped? He used to do a lot with David, Mary Hayes.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
He always wears a hoodie every time.
Charlie THFC.
Charlie THFC, yeah.
You remember him, Brian?
Yeah, he actually came to the training ground protest. He was doing stuff, but then he stopped, and so he had some fucked up thing with YouTube. Can't remember what it was or why it was.
So when he went to go get his monetization, apparently he already had a AdSense account, and he's tried to start a new one, and they don't let you do that. And so once you try to monetize a channel and it gets declined, it's very difficult to get it back again. So because it took him so long to get the subscribers, he I guess gave up or something, was upset.
He's a really
about
nice
it.
guy. Really nice guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Charlie's a good guy. There's a lot of good channels out there, though. Colin is a good channel. Colin's is fun.
Yeah, that's the one I was going to say. Sorry, I got back. And that's one I said in the chat. Talking Ball
yeah,
is
you were
it's a
longer
fun...
than 5 minutes, Scott.
Oh, it was. You said I put it in at 8:39, and then you were complaining it was 9:44 on my phone. That's 5 minutes. I'll blame the kids. They wanted to chat and be nice, and I thought I'd 5 minutes. 6 minutes is enough parenting for them, but
I'm messing with you.
I'll tell them next time Will says no. 4 minutes max parenting time.
Yeah, 5 minutes. Colin, yeah, Colin hasn't done a stream in a while. I wonder if he's okay.
Yeah, I'm praying to get monetized at some point.
Colin's working a hell of a lot now, bro. I still speak to him on a day quite regularly. He's doing okay. He's holding up with his shoulder and stuff. He's just focusing on his career at the moment. So yeah, but other than that, he's doing all right.
Is that a channel? Spurs XYZ?
Yeah. From what I remember,
heard of it.
It's a girl. It's a woman that does it. She's actually very, very good.
Yes, she's a horse rider.
I thought you were about
another name I want to throw into the mix. Holly Agomba. I think her channel is
Holly.
Brilliant.
Yeah, she has good guests on there too, and her channel
Holly is
should,
brilliant.
It should be a lot bigger than it is, to be honest with you.
Flat Cap, Euro Talk.
Don't say it. Don't.
It's not
Have
Spurs
you
channel.
heard of equestrian racing?
What?
Yeah.
Equestrian.
Oh yeah, I've come across some of her vids.
Yeah, she's an equestrian.
Yeah, but she's got like 13,000 subscribers. She's not small.
Holly's a great shout though.
Yeah. I have not subscribed to her. I am now. But it's a good shout.
No, she's brilliant. She has,
DWARFTV. What's that?
Oh, he's being funny.
I think that might be Brian's channel.
You know what?
Good idea. Brian's second channel.
You know what this hashtag Bub's a bastard said at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to bed. Yeah, here he is at 10 to 5 in the morning, trying to be funny. I can tell right now he's laughing his head off at this. What a schmuck.
BSTRD TV.
Love him, but what a schmuck.
Yeah, Holly, Dan, THFC, those are good channels. Yeah, Bob's a schmuck. I'm trying to think of any other channels. There was a good channel back in the day that Ginty was on.
Wait, what happened to him?
Ginty's around. He watches the show every now and again. He'll pop up in the chat, usually if we say his name.
And I can't believe I've forgotten about that because it was on this channel. Is I miss Mr. K.
Yeah, Mr. K.
Mr. K.
He was on the other night. He was on first time in a while.
I'll tell you, there's a channel that I used to watch, and it was one of the OG Spurs channels, and it was run by a guy named Barnaby.
Spurred on.
That's the one.
Yeah, that was the OG Spurs channel.
Then Craig Mitch was on there.
He was the first big guy. Like,
What? Did he
started-
predate Expressions?
he was bigger than Expressions at the time.
I remember we lost 1-0 to Leverkusen. They just disappeared.
Apparently, there was some kind of thing. They ended up selling part of it to some company, and then something happened. I can't remember the exact story, but I've heard about it.
Yeah. I've heard that they were bought out. Yeah.
And so when you kind of give up ownership, and then the owner doesn't want to pay for things anymore, then it dies. It's unfortunate because they were good. It was a good channel. But
what is the name of the channel? The girl that said West Ham and them, man. Do you remember the famous vid?
What?
That girl that made fun of West Ham.
Yeah. West Ham, was it West Ham or Brighton? Wasn't it Brighton?
Oh, Brighton.
Was it Brighton and Denman?
Yeah.
Stop.
Sabalos?
Yeah.
That
one. She was good in the past too.
I've just seen the clip on Twitter.
Yeah, it's funny.
You can go.
She used to go on the football terrace a lot.
No way.
Yeah, that's what that.
I was on the football terrace a few days ago. Like not live. It was after they stopped the cameras up.
So Bob's the Bastard has just put another one which is very good up and coming, which is Spurs related.
Yeah. With that being said, gents, I'm gonna dip out because I've got to be up for work in 4 hours. I will speak to you later.
See you later, Josh.
See you later.
Cool.
Take it easy.
You know, another one is Josh's channel as well.
Oh, cheers, bro. Back on Tuesday, 7 p.m.
There you go. And also, too, NS Sports TV, whose link I just put in the chat. If anybody wants to go subscribe
see you
to
later,
him.
guys.
See you later, Josh.
There,
Bye-bye.
Josh.
See you later, Josh.
Big up yourself.
Spurs related, Bob. Yeah, that's another one that's underrated, but that's I always get this wrong. NS Spurs TV's bottom right hand corner. That's his channel there. He's got sports stuff. NS Sports. And he's got Champions League stuff today. Looks like you do watch-alongs and chats and streams and panels. Stuff like that, man.
Yeah, I have
Big
a
up.
podcast tomorrow.
Good deal. I will definitely check it out. That's it. So we're going to go around the horn and we're going to sign off. We're going to tell people where we can find people. That's it for the season roundup show. As you're plugging yourself, your channels, your Twitters, your things, give your overall rating on the season in a scale of 1 to 10. Mr. Brian Daigle.
Okay, so people can obviously find me at Tottenham on Tour with the other lads. Got lots of stuff coming up in the summer, especially when I'm back in England for the month of June. I host a new shows coming up, so keep an eye on that. Thanks to everyone for their support and for the people that have been messaging Will saying they hate me. Get ready to see me more next season. But yeah, so where season, I'm giving it an 8. And the only reason I'm giving it an 8 is we got top 4. And it was the first season in a long time that I got to go to games because I was over there quite a bit for obvious reasons. And I got to go to the Leicester away and Man City away. 2 of the most iconic games we had that season. The cup exits were embarrassing, but top 4 of those 2 games and Conte 8.
Conte 8. And as normal, Eugene decides to join the stream just as we end. Every time.
Hi guys. No, I've been waiting. I'm driving again, guys. I got my car back. Driving Eugene is back.
Just don't wreck again, bud.
Oh no, I don't think so. I'm stuck in a traffic jam now. That's why I'm popping on. Guys, nice meeting all you guys. Nippon, big up. We'll see you on Twitter. The Nippon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, guys. Nice meeting you guys. I've met you before. Yeah. How things, right? We're doing our business early this season, right?
Yes.
Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens.
Hopefully.
It's gonna be smoke and mirrors again. That's the PTSD in me.
Shopping at Inter.
Sounds good. But we're doing our outros now, so I'm gonna let Dylan do his outro. But before I do that, make sure you like this stream. There's only 53 likes on the stream. You guys know that's not allowed. There's 58 of you watching right now. Make sure that like gets at least up to 75. And for people who are watching after the fact, make sure it gets up to over 150. You guys have been doing really good with hitting the likes. As of late today, need some work. But Dylan, tell people where they can find you on
at the moment, nowhere, but I might start something up in the summer, maybe.
There you go. TikTok, Twitter, none of that?
Not at the moment, no.
There you go. Mr. Steak, we can find you at steak.com, correct?
No, I don't have a website or anything like that. I don't have socials. I usually just go into other people's channels like this. Just talk about steak and my opinions. And also more steak and more steak after that. And yeah. I give the season a 8 out of 10 as well. We started horribly with Nuno. I think I got him sacked because I started off his bad run by going to the Chelsea match. Yeah, and when we got Conte, we were like 8th. So from that position on, done well to get top 4.
Sounds good, my friend. Sounds good. Everybody go to steak.com where you can find steak.
Imagine if it's like some like random website.
I'm sure there is a steak.com. Let's see what it looks like. Steak.com. It says not secure.
He's got no SSL on his website.
No SSL. Not secure. Oh, I'm sorry. I put in steaks.
Oh, you fucked him.
Yeah, I did. Steak.com.
It's just a bunch of steak.
Put a link in the chat for him.
Steak.com.
I put my review about it.
Yeah, I put in steak.com and it sent me to the no HTTPS, not secure steaks. And I guess it forwarded me to steaks.com.
Oh, they must own both websites. It
Yeah.
forwards it to both domains, even forwards it to that.
Let's see, steak.
You can tell I used to work with domains and A record and SSLs and all that crap. Websites.
Well, I actually can't believe you're looking up steak email addresses.
Steak website.
That's how we're ending the season.
All right, so I'm at steak.market. Everybody go steak.market. It's in Atlanta. Steakmarket.com. There you go. Steakmarket.com. You get some free advertising. If you ever come to Atlanta, I'm going to start bringing all the guests that come to visit me in Atlanta to do a live stream. We're going to start going to Steak Market. We'll do live streams from Steak Market. Just in honor of steak. So,
Steak.
And we'll put you up. I'll help you get a reservation at the Hilton Hotel. And we'll take you to Steak Market. Sound good?
Again, Will?
Huh?
What's the name of the restaurant again? I forgot it.
Steakmarket.com.
Oh, thanks.
Jason Groves, where can people find you? They can find me here because no one else wants me. So you get the short end of that stick.
That I do.
And I would honestly, I'd give the season an 8 because we finished higher up than I personally thought we were going to. So I'd say it ended up okay.
Sounds good. Scotty M.
Yeah, you can find me as always in the chats on a lot of the streams of everybody here. Also, as we've talked about, as you're doing more of those international shows, I'll probably be joining you on a lot of those when I can over the summer, and then in the World Cup as well, as I always promote, not my channel, but my country's team, Canada.
That's right,
Chris, we're
United
coming for you.
States.
We're taking over the world football. We're winning the World Cup.
Steak is coming home again.
There we go. So
no.
Steak is coming home. It's coming. Steak is coming home.
Imagine.
Oh, and you wanted, sorry, the rating for the season.
There's a new song for you, Steak.
On his shirt.
I'll give this season overall.
Steak, you're the one.
It's a new song for you, Steak.
Turn me on.
Steak likes to make up steak songs. There's a new one for you. There you go.
Imagine going on a vegan live stream and screaming steak.
It'd be funny.
Rating for the season for me, 6 out of 10 for the team, 10 out of 10 for Conte, though.
Scott, I love you.
Abdul Karim.
Yeah. Abdul Karim _15 on Twitter. You just see me just in the comment section of a bunch of Spurs channels. So yeah, you just see me where you see me. Rating for the team, I'll probably give it like a 7.5 or 8 out of 10. Obviously, we did great coming in top 4, but I mean, our cup runs was pretty poor this year, to be quite honest with you. I mean, to not even compete for the Conference League we should be doing a lot better than that. You know, losing in the FA Cup to who? Like was Nottingham Forest or something. Yeah, we should be
No,
doing
Middlesbrough.
Middlesbrough. I always get those two teams mixed up. Yeah, Middlesbrough. Yeah, like we always. I mean, we should be doing a lot better in those competitions. So yeah, I'm gonna say like a 7.5, 8 out of 10.
Good deal. Dietrich Kane.
I'll give it a 7 because we did nothing. Top 4 is not a trophy. And yeah.
Son Golden Boot.
Son won Golden Boot, so
That's a -1.
That's a -1, honestly. Kane didn't score more than 20 goals.
Another -1.
That's a -1.
But he gets a +1 because he had good hair.
No, because he's the top assist on the team, so I'll give him that top +1. And well, are you live streaming on Wednesday? Because US is playing, if I'm not mistaken.
This Wednesday?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if the US is streaming, we'll be doing a watch along most likely. But it'll be over on USMNT rants most likely. It'll probably start here and then go over. But yeah, I haven't even looked, bro. To be honest. Whoa, Wednesday?
It's Wednesday, yeah.
What depends on the time. If it's late at night, I can. But my son has tryouts Wednesday, so.
I'll tell you right now. Give me 2 seconds. 7:30.
Nope.
Yeah.
Won't be doing it.
Okay.
Yep. Unless you guys want to do it. I'll set it up. You wrote. But at Dietrich Kane on Twitter. Right? He's muted.
Yeah. It's not. Sorry.
At Dietrich Kane on Twitter. Oh, and I forgot Alex too. Alex Davies. If you want your hat as well, I have one for you too. For you winning your award, just hit me up with a DM, and I'll send you.
Hey, do we have any tinfoil hats for all the gooners?
We can. We can.
Do you not get it?
No, we get it. We get it for sure. No, I just don't have any tinfoil hats around right now.
How about just to dissect their brain and give them a new one?
That's so mean.
But Nippon, tell people where they can find you.
You can find me on Instagram at Nippon with 4 I's and 3 U's. You can find me on my other Instagram, which is my food blog, Nippon Reviews Cuisines. You can find me on Twitter at NSSports93, which is my YouTube Twitter, and the Nippon Sharma. You can find me on Twitch at Sharma Talks Lifestyle, and you can find me on YouTube at NS Sports TV, where I'm nearing 600k, I wish, where I'm nearing 600 subscribers. And you can also find me on my secondary YouTube channel called The British Lifestyle Blogger. And I've just hit 50 subs on that.
Good deal, man. If everybody's over there, he's on 593 right now. If we can get him to 600, he's 7 of you go over there and hit the subscribe button for him. I'll take it as a personal favor.
Big up.
And Eugene, tell people where they can find you besides dead on the side of the road because you're streaming while driving.
You can find me on Spurs Radio and TV on YouTube, but nowadays I've not been doing much shows because of work commitment, right? So, but I'm thinking of doing a show this Wednesday, just doing a season end preview, season end review, and of course summer expectations with other streamers, mostly Malaysian, from the Plot Malaysia guys, and trying to get some Newcastle fans from Malaysia on, right? And maybe getting Steven from Arsenal. Right, and Nippon, if you're free Wednesday about 1:30 p.m. GMT PST, you can hop on. I'll send you a DM. Right, just to get and especially got Chris from Leicester TV, Leicester Till Die TV, and all that, and we'll just banter around and see what happens. Thanks for having me on, Will. Usually I'm on your shows before I had a job back again in the mornings, right, quite regularly. But nowadays, that's why I'm always driving to work while I'm on the show. right? And for the season end kind of thingy, with Nuno, I think we were rating more or less like a 3. With Conte coming in, I think he bumped it up to about a 6 or 7, right? We could have done better with a better squad with Conte. If we did better business in January, I mean, we did do good business in January, but if we had done better business in January, maybe it would have been so dramatic, right? So, but it is what it is. We are in the top 4, savor it, right? And Nippon, we're coming for you, Chelsea.
Look, man, it's all banter at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's all banter. We love each other. Yeah. All love each other.
Yep.
And how you say it? Hopefully have time to do more shows, right? And like what Will says, I'm just arriving at my workplace. I'm reversing into parking now. Guys, take care. I'll catch up with you guys later. Brian, catch up with you later, brother.
See you later, brother.
All right, Will.
Later, alligator, and big up to Gogma who put both of NS Sports link in the chat, Tottenham on Tours link in the chat, Spurswasion TV's link in the chat. Gogma is rocking the moderation tonight.
Thanks, Gogma.
Because she is the ultimate THFCRants supporter. Award winner. And yeah. Guys, that's it for tonight. Next time, what's going on Will's channel? When will I be? I will be. You'll be able to find me tomorrow on Henry Wright TV. We've got the Spurs Corner. All of us should be there tomorrow. So it'll be me, Stelios, me, Stel, and Sava, all over there on Henry Wright's show. It's always a fun show. That's right, steak and eggs. That's what I like to eat. Make sure you guys go and check that out tomorrow. I do believe, I want to say, it's between 8 and 10 p.m. UK time tomorrow. So 3 to 5 p.m. US or Eastern time.
You know, when Antonio Conte was like on a podcast, it was on a different channel. I said, when Antonio Conte got the job, I said Tottenham are making top 4, and this was back in November. Literally everyone laughed at me.
There's a lot of Chelsea fans back there that said that. I think Roy Jennings said it too.
Yeah, he said we'll get top 4.
Yeah,
because he loves Conte for some reason.
No,
he did that video.
I genuinely thought
Conte's
you would
my
get
favorite
top
manager
4.
ever.
Yeah, there's a lot of people like Conte. Like he didn't like Mourinho very much, but he liked Conte.
But there's one thing I don't understand with this fan base.
Yes,
Was everyone...
I'm ending the show. We're not doing this again, fellas.
No. What...
Every time I try to end the show, you guys try to keep it going. It's not happening tonight.
One last thing.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Take your steak with it.
But why is everyone celebrating top 4? Like...
Why are we celebrating top 4? Because we got it in Arsenal didn't.
I'm not really celebrating top 4. I'm celebrating us finishing higher than I thought we were going to. Therefore, to me, it was more successful a season than I actually thought it was going to be.
I'm celebrating.
So I didn't think we'd finish any much higher than 6th. Being honest.
I celebrated us finishing above Arsenal. But anyway, this is done now. We're done. What? I'm just gonna remove you from the show if you keep it up. I have tomorrow Henry Wright TV between 8 and 10 p.m. I'm not 100% sure when exactly that is. If somebody knows better than me, you can tell me. Make sure you check that out. We'll be back on this channel probably Thursday or Friday to do an FPL award show and just a Spurs pub talk, transfer rumors. I'm going to try to do one show I need to find an earlier time though. Who does shows on Fridays now? Anybody? Brian, do you do shows on Fridays?
No.
Jacob
But,
and Michael, they do their show on Fridays.
Yeah, but that's early.
Tommy does his, but do you know what it is,
Yeah.
Paul? You don't know what people are going to be doing during the summer.
Yeah. So for me, I'm probably just gonna go around maybe like 6 or 7 p.m. on Friday. I'm gonna try to do a show every week on Friday night around 6 or 7. Just do like a week in review, wrap ups. I'm gonna be doing a lot more shorts, like I did today. I always say this and I never do it, but
Stop laughing, bro.
I can hear you laughing.
Dietrich's always laughs. But yeah. USMNTRants.com, not .com. Go over to USMNT Rants and subscribe if you like international football content. Put the link for that in the chat too. USMNT Rants.
Can I just answer quickly the Mitch just quickly before we end?
Sure.
Steak.
Can we just do one more award? So like random word.
Just you got 5 seconds to answer him before I cut it off.
Yeah. Why do you have problems celebrating tough? I don't have a problem with people celebrating. Just doesn't make any sense.
Why you gotta be so negative all the time, Dietrich?
They get better players.
This is why you're getting second place in the most delusional award.
No, how is delusional being negative? That doesn't make sense.
That's why you're delusional and I'm rational because you're so negative. You're more like me.
That's right. You got to go down further, deeper in the negativity before you can hit the rational train.
Yeah, be able to get players like Ivan Stakic.
Stakerich. That's right. But folks at home, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank everybody for the super chat. Thank you, Gogama, for being the greatest moderator, friend, and viewer of the channel that you can be.
I'll shave my head if a girl comes.
That's fine. I'm gonna put you guys in the back for a little bit, and then I'm gonna do my outro. No. Stay strong. Stay Spurs.
Stay steaky.
Stay steaky. And we will see you when, Nippon? When will we see him?
Anytime.
It's not anytime. It's next time.
See you next